with, rulers like Keshubhai Patel. But since 2012, there's been a steady decline, or rather since 2007, there has been a steady decline in the seats that the BJP has been able to get in Saurashtra. This time, a lot in terms of a high-octane campaign was fought in south of Gujarat, especially in the 17 seats of Surat. The Aam Aadmi Party going all big, all in. The president of the Aam Aadmi Party, Gopal Italia, from Katargam seat, also in the fray. This has been an election which has been fought on steroids, if one is to say. Unfortunately, marred with various sporadic incidents of violence as well. This particular one that came in on the poll eve from a BJP candidate whose car was attacked from unidentifiable assailants is what we are getting in. But this is what it looks like in terms of how it spanned out across the state of Gujarat in the first phase of polling. Now, this candidate, Piyush Patel, who is contesting from the Gujarat Assembly from the Vansda constituency, was attacked by unknown assailants in Jhadi village of Vansda. The other incident of violence in Godhra, thousands of people had gathered to hear Imran Pratapgarhi, congressman's speech. A statement made by him on the AIMIM sparked outrage. Violence reached to a point where Imran Pratapgarhi was forced to leave the conference. So many incidents of violence as well. Listen in to all the reactions. All right, we're going to play the reactions out in just a short while, but I want to bring in Rahul Srivastav into this conversation. Rahul, you've traveled extensively in Gujarat as well. First phase of polling, how important is this for the Bharatiya Janata Party, keeping in mind what went down in Saurashtra, the kind of campaign that the Aam Aadmi Party is fighting in the south of Gujarat? And when it comes down to the Congress, this, there's a sense, at least, Rahul, when I've been traveling, that many people actually still support the Congress on ground. The Congress still has quite a bit of a sangathan left on ground. The local MLAs are fighting this election on local issues, and there's a sense of connecting with the people of their constituency. Many of them still feel, though they'll vote for Modi, but there's a sense of ahankar or arrogance that is set in to the local BJP leadership, is what the sense we could pick.
Yes, Preeti, this ahankar bit is largely part of the anti-incumbency element, that people are unhappy and they think this person doesn't deliver what we expect. And then when there is a lack of response, that ahankar element, yes, definitely you will see these kind of reactions. I think one good thing that the BJP Congress did this time around, as Rajdeep was also saying earlier, that it kept the issue local. By keeping the issue local, but not having the Delhi-walas and the big leaders campaign in Gujarat, it did not give the opportunity to the BJP to make it a tutu meme versus with the Congress. As I was earlier saying, the Prime Minister did try definitely to make it a Congress versus the BJP contest to minimize the significance or the play that the Aam Aadmi Party was getting in Gujarat. But the fact is that the Congress is fighting this election on the shoulders of its leaders, of its MLAs who have a personal reputation. Second very important element is that in rural Saurashtra and other regions, the caste arithmetic is still for the Congress. And that's where in the last elections, you had definitely the Patidar edition, which was working against the Congress, the OBCs, Alpesh Thakur and others, and that was going against the BJP. But the fact is that among the tribals, there is a very interesting fact that the tribal vote still strongly remains with the Congress party. Of the 14 seats last time around in this southern Gujarat region, the BJP had won only 5, and later it took away 2 MP MLAs, Congress and BJP. So eventually they had 7. The fact remains that the conversion, the Ghar Wapsi issue, the Christians, tribals, all these are elements. And then, of course, a very successful agitation by Anant Patel, which has been run as far as the Tapi river linking project is concerned, the infrastructure protests, All these are elements that still keep the Congress in vogue, in play in southern and Saurashtra region.
Thank you, Rahul, for joining us. We're going to come right back to you, giving us, the lowdown in terms of how it pans out where the caste calculations are concerned, especially where Saurashtra is concerned, viewers. The caste is bigger than even communal politics. Hindu khatre mein hai doesn't quite work in Saurashtra. A Koli will vote a Koli, a Patel will vote only a Patel, and an Ahir will vote an Ahir. And that is the reason why possibly we see a lot of caste violence also more in places like Saurashtra. An incident like Una happened in Saurashtra. While I would reckon communal politics finds a lot more resonance in the other, especially the central part of Gujarat, where the BJP is traditionally stronger. I'm going to, continue getting our viewers the latest in terms of deep dive analysis. My colleague Rahul Srivastava with me. We're going to cut across to our reporters from polling booths in terms of how brisk is the voting this morning or moving towards the afternoon now. A quick break. Stay with us.
World Cup soccer fever is here, and then can Kolkata be far away from it? Now a quaint little store in Kolkata is bringing out kites that reflect the mood and the favorites of players and fans alike. Brazil and Argentina are dominating the kites that are now making their way through Kolkata's skies in World Cup season. Take a look.
Football fever is peaking. In Kolkata, it has reached the skies. This shop in the city is making kites on the theme of FIFA World Cup.
4 বছর অন্তর ফুটবল ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ বা ক্রিকেট ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ যখনই হয় আমরা ঘুড়ির উপরে করে থাকি। এগুলো পার্টিসিপেটিং বিভিন্ন কান্ট্রিজ যারা আছে তাদের ফ্ল্যাগস করি আর যে ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপের লোগো ম্যাসকট যে লোগো বা কাপ বা ম্যাসকট যেগুলো আছে এগুলো মোটামুটি 2 দিন সময় লাগে পার ঘুড়ি।
The best-selling kites are those based on the old favorites of Kolkata, Brazil and Argentina.
এগুলো ভালোই চাহিদা আছে বিশেষ করে যেগুলো নামকরা দেশ যেমন ব্রাজিল আর্জেন্টিনা পর্তুগাল জার্মানি এগুলোর ভালোই চাহিদা রয়েছে।
সবথেকে বেশি কোনগুলো বিক্রি?
ব্রাজিল আর্জেন্টিনা।
The kites take at least 2 days to make by hand. All the kites are not picked.
You are watching India Today.
Good morning and welcome. Voting has started in the state of war, Gujarat. Phase 1, 788 candidates, 89 seats. Very crucial. This time, unlike the bipolar contest of BJP Congress, other parties have also jumped in. What can the consequence be of that? I'm Pooja Shali. Let's begin first with the headlines. State of war, Gujarat kicking off. 89 seats, 19 districts. Phase 1, key candidates, big faces, cast their vote early morning. But just ahead of this phase 1 polling in Gujarat, violence already erupted in different parts. BJP candidate attacked in Navsari, car vandalized, a fist fight in the Congress meeting with the AIMIM supporters in Godhra. As phase 1 Gujarat election kick-starts, Prime Minister Modi to hold mega 50.4-kilometer road show for phase 2. In other news, it's the chilling confession statement in the lie detector test. Accused Aftab taken for the narco test at the Delhi hospital. High security for the murder accused, this time in the Shraddha Walkar murder case. The Enforcement Directorate investigating Liger film funding. Liger is in the ED radar over alleged illegal investment. Enforcement Directorate even questioned superstar Vijay Deverakonda for over 12 hours. Explosive ED Liquorgate revelation. The Enforcement Directorate naming in the court filing KCR's daughter Kavita. ED claims the middleman contacted Kavita 10 times.
Co-presented by Star Health Insurance, the health insurance specialist. Co-powered by OLXautos.in. Only OLX Autos gives OLX extra price for every car. In association with Titan Eye Plus, expert who cares.
All right, it is 11 a.m. The voting has started. People already queuing at the voting centres in phase 1 area, which is the Kutch, Saurashtra, South Gujarat area. Therefore, we have prepared this election intelligence dashboard, as always, on India Today here to give you a glimpse about the numbers. This is, remember, Gujarat 2017. It was 182 seats, primarily between the BJP at 99, 77 for Congress. Let's now shift to the big faces, the candidates in phase 1. In that belt, we have a lot of names coming in. Arjun Modwadia, remember, from the Congress party, is their senior most experienced neta. It has been a stronghold between him and the BJP earlier, because this, remember, between him and Babu Bikaria, it was constantly an alternating contest. What will happen this time? Congress banking heavily on that. Let's go across again to the previous candidates. Gopal Italia of the Aam Aadmi Party, controversial vocal neta, brought Aam Aadmi Party into centre stage for Gujarat. Will he be able to make inroads this time? Perhaps a lot of hope will be from the Aam Aadmi Party on that. He could not become a chief minister face. So who did? It was Isudan Gadhvi, a former television news anchor. Aam Aadmi Party will be banking on this face now. With INC and the BJP, both had won from this area of Khambhaliya in Gujarat. Can there be a third party that the voters will want to vote? Let's take a look at another fresh face that had come. The Bharatiya Janata Party decided not to give ticket to the sitting minister, but to this individual from Jamnagar. Look closely. She has already cast her vote early morning. Rivaba Jadeja says it's on merit, on her hard work of the past few years now. Wife of cricketer Ravindra Jadeja, her father-in-law campaigning for the Congress. So this will be very crucial. For her, it is a bigger test. She has got a ticket despite a sitting minister of the BJP. She needs to win to prove her credibility. Let's look at other names also quickly here. For the BJP, they will be backing on this experienced face, a young neta, Harsh Sanghvi, State Home Minister, contesting from Madura in Gujarat. It has been a stronghold for the BJP. He will have to win it again. This time, remember, he's been most approachable, most interactive, and another important face for the BJP. Look closely. From Tankara, Gujarat will be Durlabji Detaria, senior leader. Recently, in the past, it was the Indian National Congress who had got the ticket. Before that, it was the BJP. So if he wants the BJP to return to power, he'll have to win this ticket in Tankara. It's going to be these faces that their respective parties want to push for. Very interesting. Voters will decide whether it's the BJP to return, it's the Congress the main challenger, or could there be a spring of surprise with the Aam Aadmi Party or the AIM. Lots more there happening. I want to quickly go across now on the ground, because Preeti Chaudhary, who's been travelling across the state of Gujarat, gets us this latest from as the voting starts. How is the mood like, Preeti, on the ground? I hope people are going to come out in record numbers.
Well, I hope so too, Pooja. I'm in Ahmedabad, right in front of the standing Atal bridge. But Ahmedabad is voting in the second phase on the 5th of December. I want to cut across right now to my colleague Gopi, who manages the entire Gujarat Bureau. It's day 1 of the first phase of polling, Gopi. कैसा माहौल है?
देखिए, माहौल तो ये कहेंगे कि सुबह से जिस तरीके से वोटिंग हो रही है, वोटिंग काफ़ी निरस्त है। और सबसे बड़ी बात अगर हम कहें तो ये है कि जो मेन सेंटर है, जैसे राजकोट हो गया, सूरत हो गया, वहाँ पे वोटिंग परसेंटेज काफ़ी कम अब तक हमारे सामने आए हैं। तो कहीं ना कहीं एक जो है कि बीजेपी लगातार ये कैंपेनिंग कर रही थी कि भरोसा नहीं भाजपा सरकार, पर भरोसो कब, जब लोग बाहर जाके वोट करेंगे। अब वोटिंग परसेंटेज कितने होते हैं उस पर बहुत ज़्यादा, क्योंकि कहीं ना कहीं 27 साल की जो एंटी इनकम्बेंसी है, तो वैसे में हो सकता है कि बीजेपी के जो नेता नाराज चल रहे हैं, वो नाराज नेता की वजह से जो वो ग्राउंड पे एक्टिव काम करते थे, जो पन्ना प्रमुख की बात करते थे, जो पेज समिति की बात करते थे, वो लोग जिस तरीके से वोट डलवाने के लिए जाते थे, शायद हो सकता है कि ऐसा ना हो, और खास करके सौराष्ट्र और दक्षिण गुजरात में। लेकिन हाँ, ये ज़रूर कह सकते हैं प्रीति कि सौराष्ट्र में इस बार जो 2017 के सामने बीजेपी की जो सिचुएशन थी, वो थोड़ी बहुत इम्प्रूव हुई है, वो इनफैक्ट ज़्यादा इम्प्रूव हुई है। हालांकि आम आदमी पार्टी का जो फैक्टर है, ये फैक्टर बेनिफिट किसे करवाता है, कांग्रेस को करवाता है या बीजेपी को करवाता है? क्योंकि अब तक हमने थर्ड फ्रंट पहली बार गुजरात के अंदर देख रहे हैं, जो इतनी बड़ी तादाद में, लाइक जहाँ पे कोई हम कह सकते हैं कि किसी कम्युनिटी के बारे में बात नहीं की जाती है, क्योंकि 17 में आंदोलन हुए थे, लेकिन जब परिवर्तन पार्टी आई तो वो पाटीदारों की पार्टी के तौर पर आई थी। तो ये पहली बार है कि बिना किसी कम्युनिटी को इन्वॉल्व किए कोई एक पार्टी इलेक्शन के मैदान में है। अब वो डेंट किसे पहुंचाती है, किसके वोट टूटते हैं, किसको इसका फ़ायदा होता है, वो 8 तारीख को ही पता चलेगा। लेकिन हाँ, ये ज़रूर है कि जब 8 दिसंबर को नतीजे आएंगे तो ये ज़रूर कह सकते हैं कि सौराष्ट्र में फ़ायदा होगा। लेकिन सूरत में क्या होगा, और सूरत में जो 4 सीटें हैं जहाँ पे आम आदमी पार्टी को बहुत ज़्यादा उम्मीद है, जिसमें चाहे वो कतारगाम की हो गई, वराछा की हो गई, ओलपाड़ की हो गई, ये चारों जो सीटें हैं वहाँ से काफ़ी आम आदमी पार्टी को उम्मीद है। हालांकि अगर सौराष्ट्र में जो इसुदान गढ़वी की बात की जाए तो इसुदान गढ़वी के लिए हम जो हमारे वहाँ पे बातचीत हो रही है, जो लोगों से बातचीत हुई, तो ईसुदान गढ़वी के सामने जो 2 और कैंडिडेट है, उसमें कांग्रेस के जो कैंडिडेट है और बीजेपी के जो कैंडिडेट है, ये दोनों ही कैंडिडेट काफ़ी स्ट्रांग है वहाँ पे। तो ईसुदान गढ़वी का जीतना थोड़ा मुश्किल है, लेकिन सूरत के अंदर जो लड़ाई चल रही है वो काफ़ी बराबरी की लड़ाई चल रही है। और सूरत की जो वराछा सीट है, वराछा सीट जहां से अल्पेश कथेरिया लड़ रहे हैं, जो पाटीदार आंदोलन में हार्दिक पटेल के साथी थे, हार्दिक पटेल के साथ जेल में गए थे, जिसे आम आदमी पार्टी ने टिकट दिया है, और वो ऐसे लोग हैं जो कांग्रेस से नाराज चल रहे हैं। तो वहाँ पे ये कहा जा रहा है कि बीजेपी और कांग्रेस दोनों से नाराज है, तो शॉर्ट वहाँ पे आम आदमी पार्टी को वो वोट दे सकते हैं। लेकिन नतीजा आएगा तब पता चलेगा।
गुपी, क्योंकि आप सारे यहाँ पर सारी कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसीज देख रही हैं, अब तक आपके आंकड़े कैसे लग रहे हैं, कैसे मतलब वोटिंग परसेंटेज बढ़ी है? क्योंकि भाजपा के लिए उल्टा है, जैसे अगर कोई और स्टेट में इलेक्शन होता है तो होता है कि अगर आंकड़े वोटिंग परसेंटेज ज़्यादा है तो एंटी इनकम्बेंसी है, यहाँ पर उल्टा है, अगर वोटिंग परसेंटेज ज़्यादा है तो भाजपा के लिए बेहतर है।
देखिए, आम तौर पर देखिए, अगर आज वोटिंग परसेंटेज कम होगा तब भाजपा चिंता में होगी।
हाँ, ये उल्टा
होता है गुजरात के अंदर, क्योंकि गुजरात में भाजपा का एक डेडिकेटेड वोटर है, और वो वोटर आप देखेंगे किसी भी 2007 का इलेक्शन ले लीजिए, 12 का ले लीजिए, 17 का ले लीजिए, आपको ये दिखाई देगा कि जो वोटिंग परसेंटेज है उसमें जो फ्लक्चुएशन है वो 5 से 7% से ज़्यादा नहीं आता है। बाकी जो वोटिंग परसेंटेज है वो फिक्स वोटिंग परसेंटेज है, जो भाजपा का डेडिकेटेड वोटर है। अब अगर उसमें बदलाव आता है, देखिए 2017 में भले ही पाटीदार जो थे वो अगेंस्ट में थे बीजेपी के, लेकिन तब भी कई ऐसे पाटीदार थे जो पाटीदार, अगर हम देखें सौराष्ट्र, वैसे तो गुजरात के अंदर ये कहा जाता है कि सूरत जो है वो सौराष्ट्र का गेटवे है, सूरत के ज़्यादातर व्यापारी है वो सौराष्ट्र से आते हैं, वो सौराष्ट्र में होता है। लेकिन सौराष्ट्र में कांग्रेस को अच्छी बढ़त मिली थी, लेकिन सूरत में नहीं मिली थी, और सूरत में सारी सीटें बीजेपी के पास गई थी। तो ये जो कैलकुलेशन है ये भी चेंज हुआ था 2017 में। इस बार क्या होगा, अच्छा सूरत में भी सिर्फ 4 सीट को छोड़ दीजिए, बाकी सभी जगह पे आज भी बीजेपी का अपना दबदबा है, वहाँ पे लीडर्स अपनी तरीके से काम कर रहे हैं, वहाँ पे लोग ये कहते हैं कि हाँ बीजेपी है जो करती है। ट्राइबल्स में पहली बार ऐसा हो रहा है कि कांटे की टक्कर दिखाई देती, क्योंकि ट्राइबल्स के लिए ये कहा जाता है कि ट्राइबल्स जो है वो कांग्रेस का डेडिकेटेड वोट बैंक माना जाता है, लेकिन उसमें बीजेपी 5 सालों में सेंध लगाने में कामयाब रही है। साथ ही अगर बात की जाए सेंट्रल गुजरात की, जहाँ पे छोटू वसावा, महेश वसावा, बीटीपी भारतीय ट्राइबल पार्टी जो आती है, तो बीटीपी ने गठबंधन किया था आम आदमी पार्टी के साथ, नतीजा ये हुआ कि 3 साल में पूरा का पूरा संगठन आम आदमी पार्टी ने ले लिया बीटीपी का। छोटू वसावा जीतेंगे या नहीं, ये भी अब सवाल खड़ा हो रहा है। महेश वसावा, छोटू वसावा के बीच में लड़ाई हो गई। ये सारी चीज़ें हो चुकी है बीटीपी के लिए। और बीटीपी के जो सबसे मजबूत थे चेतक वसावा, जो चेतर को आम आदमी पार्टी ने डेडियापाड़ा से टिकट दिया है। और ये कहा जा रहा है कि चेतर जो है वो चुनाव जीत सकता है। बहुत स्ट्रांग है, संगठन पूरा का पूरा मैनेज करता था। और वैसे में ये सारी चीज़ें, ये सारे जो फैक्टर्स हैं वो बहुत दिलचस्प है, वो बहुत मायने रखते हैं।
गोपी, जाने से पहले बस एक चीज पूछूंगी, यहाँ पर अभी 4 बजे, कितने बजे है प्राइम मिनिस्टर का 50 किलोमीटर का रोड शो?
38 किलोमीटर
38 हो गया है।
38 किलोमीटर ही है एयरपोर्ट से शुरू करके। दैट्स कॉल उन्होंने बीजेपी, देखिए CR पाटिल को अगर सुना होगा तो उन्होंने साफ शब्दों में कहा है ये रोड शो नहीं है, ये प्रीमार्च है, ये पुष्पांजलि हम लोग यात्रा कर रहे हैं। जो पुष्पांजलि यात्रा जिसमें 3 अलग अलग स्पॉट रखे जहाँ पे स्टैच्यूज है। सबसे पहली शुरुआत एयरपोर्ट से होगी, सरदार पटेल की प्रतिमा है, वहाँ पे पुष्प अर्पण किए जाएंगे। वहाँ से प्रधानमंत्री निकलेंगे, अपनी गाड़ी में रहेंगे, लोगों का अभिवादन लेंगे और वहाँ से उनका जो काफिला है वो 38 किलोमीटर का सफर तय करता हुआ चांदखेड़ा पे खत्म होगा। इंटरेस्टिंग फैक्टर ये है प्रीति कि 7 से 8 कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसीज वो कवर कर रहे हैं। और उससे भी ज्यादा इंटरेस्टिंग देखिए, प्रधानमंत्री का काफिला होता है तो सिर्फ हम कह सकते हैं कि 30 मिनट में वो 30 किलोमीटर का सफर,
पहली बार है, इतना ज्यादा है।
3.5 घंटे का ये रास्ता है, तो इसे रोड शो नहीं कहेंगे, लेकिन हाँ बीजेपी के लिए ये पुष्पांजलि
बहुतों के लिए विक्ट्री मार्च भी होगा चुनाव के रिजल्ट्स के पहले। बहुत शुक्रिया गोपी हमसे जुड़ने का। माय कॉलीग गोपी, who manages the bureau right here in Gujarat, has her ins in terms of what is exactly going on, the poll pulse in the smallest of constituencies spread across this massive state of Gujarat. Let's cut across right now to our guests this morning. I have with me Charu Pragya from the Bharatiya Janata Party. I have Mahima from the Congress, Mahima Kaul from the Congress, and we have an Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson as well. We're going to cut across to her. I'm going to just get that name of the Aam Aadmi Party spokesperson. But Charu, Nivedita Mathur from the Aam Aadmi Party as well. But Charu, I'd like to begin with you. It's an important phase for you, especially where Saurashtra is concerned, because if you're able to flip Saurashtra, of the 48 seats, where only 18 went to you in 2017, then you can actually, at least move forward to what your leaders have been saying in Gujarat, which is to surpass your own figure of 127 seats in 2002.
Preeti, I spent a lot of time in Gujarat in the last couple of weeks. And it seems like this election is unlike any other because I have not seen any confusion with the electorate. They're very clear which way they are going to go. There is massive support on ground for Bharatiya Janata Party. So much so that it feels like a people's election. They are campaigning, they are contesting, and they are going to win it. That's the amount of support I found in Gujarat for Bharatiya Janata Party. Today, as voting begins, today the first phase election of Gujarat is there. I think we will know by the end of the day how much of this is actually true, because the excitement that is seen in Gujarat was practically one-sided. Everybody is a huge fan of the Prime Minister. They have seen the way the nation has progressed in the last 5 years, the way Gujarat has done in the last 5 years. Apart from, people wanting to pick up issues, I think everybody is very happy with the way the state is, with the development. See, there is no discussion on the basics there in Gujarat anymore. Villages are already talking about broadband. Villages are already talking about rainwater harvesting. They're not concerned with whether they will get electricity or not, because all of that has become a guaranteed given in BJP government.
True. Not true. Having said that, I've traveled extensively through Gujarat. It'd be a crude joke if you talk about broadband in most villages of northern Gujarat. They're still struggling to get basic water. But I'll give you that. This election, you do have the upper hand. And that really doesn't come so much from the governance as such, but from one name, and that is Narendra Modi. The biggest factor this time is Narendra Modi, like in every election in Gujarat. But I'll just come back to you on that front. We'll bring in our other two guests as well. I want to cut across to Polumi, my colleague who's joining us from Surat, getting us the very latest Poonami, how brisk is the voting? Any figures coming in? The larger or the higher the vote percentage, the BJP would be more related. It's quite a contradiction because in Gujarat, if the voting percentage is higher, that would mean the BJP would be happier. Usually it's seen as a sign of anti-incumbency. Not here though.
That's right. In fact, that was what Gopi was in fact pointing out, Preeti, as well, when she was speaking to you earlier, that if it is a sluggish sort of a voting process across the state of Gujarat, that doesn't seem to be good news for the Bharatiya Janata Party. But where I am standing right now, Preeti, in one of the polling stations here in Surat city itself, you can see behind me that the numbers are extremely good in terms of what I've seen otherwise in urban centres. This might be the normal here in Surat. Well, I'm covering an election, a polling day in Surat for the first time. So what I'm looking at is definitely very heartening because these numbers have been consistent through the morning. It's been about 4 hours, about 3 hours since, of course, the polling process began at about 8 a.m. this morning. And voters have been thronging. There have been long queues. There have been men, women, the old, the young, who have first-time voters who have, in fact, stepped out to cast their vote and make their ballot count as well. So that is extremely heartening to see over here. What that translates into, obviously, will be very interesting to see because as far as official figures go, Surat district itself has seen about 4.05% voting till about 9 a.m. This morning. Dang, of course, the tribal district has seen the highest voting at about 7.76%. Till about 9 a.m. We're waiting for the latest figures from the Election Commission. A short while ago, of course, the State Home Minister, Mr. Harsh Sanghvi, was here. He cast his ballot with his family as well. He, of course, is consisting and is seeking a third term from the Majura seat. So he's, of course, extremely confident that the Bharatiya Janata Party, which was able to turn the tide in 2017 in Surat city when it was touted and speculated at that point of time that there could be an impact of GST, there could be an impact of the Patidar agitation as well with the Patel community over here. That did not, in fact, dent the BJP's prospects over here. And Surat overwhelmingly voted for the Bharatiya Janata Party. 15 out of 16 seats in Surat, in fact, went to the Bharatiya Janata Party. So they're very confident about southern Gujarat. At southern Gujarat itself, where I'm standing right now, has about 35 assembly constituencies. 25 went to the BJP, 8 to the Congress, and 2 to the BTP. Problem, of course, Preeti, continues to be the tangle that continues to sort of, confound the Bharatiya Janata Party is the tribal seats. There are 14 ST reserve seats in southern Gujarat where I'm standing right now, and only 5 of them went to the Bharatiya Janata Party. So that, of course, is a huge challenge for them. Dang, of course, one assembly constituency that had never voted for the Bharatiya Janata Party in the by-election that happened subsequent to 2017. Finally, the BJP was able to breach that seat. So that is what Gopi was referring to, that while the Adivasi community in Gujarat is said to be traditionally a Congress vote bank, the BJP has been able to make some inroads into that community. But then, of course, there is the Aam Aadmi Party as well in the fray this time round, which is, of course, trying to spoil the broth to some extent. Preeti, back to you.
Well, will it be able to? That's the big question. I would reckon most of us who've been travelling through the course of the state are caught within that question. Is it mere hawa, optics, or does the Aam Aadmi Party have political depth, heft, particularly in the seats which it's fighting? Well, the strong suit of the Aam Aadmi Party this election, it believes, is Saurashtra and south of Gujarat, importantly, with many of its tall leaders fighting elections in the south of Gujarat. The second phase, the Aam Aadmi Party, relatively much weaker and only has play or even actively campaigning in a few seats, though it's contesting all 182 seats. But having said that, I want to bring in the Congress as well. I have Mahima Singh from the Congress Party who's joining us. Mahima, how confident are you, especially in areas which were your strongholds today, in terms of, if you look at sheer numbers, the Aam Aadmi Party denting it already has in various pockets of Saurashtra, various pockets of South Gujarat. The Bharatiya Janata Party running a high-octane campaign, their biggest faces coming in. Your leaders here practically left on their own to run hyper-local campaigns. Will it catch traction is the question.
Well, thank you for having me on your panel today, Preeti. And as you say that, and as you asked me, how confident are we? I am reminded of the 2 decades when the Congress was ruling Gujarat over the 80s and 90s, and the industrialization and the progress that the state saw under the rule of the Congress. One of the highest growth rates that the state saw around those years, I think, is that that the state awaits today. You talk about the Aam Aadmi Party and the dent that they probably assume that they may create. And I see the news, I see the highlights on your channel and elsewhere about the leaker scam that's hovering over Delhi, about the dents that they've created upon the growth of Delhi, upon the trust that the people of Delhi put in the Aam Aadmi Party. Also, before you came to me, while you were talking to the BJP spokesperson, you talked about the gap between drinking water and broadband, and you said it is one name that the people are counting upon. I must just say that yes, it is this one name, Narendra Modi, that became the CM of Gujarat in 2001. And 2002, Gujarat saw one of the worst communal riots ever in the history of independent India. Also, the BJP spokesperson was talking about the last 5 years. Let me remind the BJP spokesperson very humbly that they have ruled over the state of Gujarat consecutively for
but Mahima, the fact is, you talk about that Narendra Modi came to power in 2002 and Gujarat saw riots. Well, the history of Gujarat in terms of communal violence has been tainted through the course of the 80s when you were there as well. Many, many communal incidents have happened under your watch as well. And, if you look at 2002, well, he did come back with a historic mandate for the Bharatiya Janata Party, 127. You can look at either way, with what has gone down. But as we speak, and that's what we were talking about, that we don't see the big faces of the Congress, and this is an old story. But why is it still relevant? Because while you and I are talking, the Prime Minister is already addressing a rally in Gujarat for the second phase. Listen it.
કારણે રોજગાર માટેની જે તકો ઊભી થવી જોઈએ, જે કામ 30-40 વર્ષ પહેલા જો થયા હોત ને, તો રોજગારની આજે તકો ફૂલી હોત, પણ એમને એમની પડી જ નહોતી. એમને તો બહારથી માલ આવે, બધાનું પોતપોતાનું ગોઠવાઈ જાય, એમાં જ રસ હતો, અને એ મોંઘો સામાન આવે પાછો. દેશની કમર તૂટી જાય એવો સામાન આવે ભાઈ, અને એમના ત્યાં જે નકામો હોય એ મોકલતા હોય પાછા. એટલે ક્વોલિટી પણ ઉતરતી કક્ષાની આવે. આ દેશ એના કારણે ક્યારે પગભર થયો નહીં ભાઈ. મને તો યાદ છે, અહીં કાલોલમાં અબ્દુલ કલામ સાહેબને હું લઈને આવ્યો હતો. જ્યોતિગ્રામ યોજનાનું લોકાર્પણ આખા ગુજરાતનું આપણે અહીંથી કર્યું હતું. યાદ છે ને કે ભૂલી ગયા? આ આખા ગુજરાતમાં મેં કાલોલનો ક્યારેય ડંકો વગાડવાનું ચાલુ જ રાખ્યું છે ભાઈ. ભારતીય જનતા પાર્ટીએ આ સ્થિતિ બદલવા માટે એક પછી એક નીતિ, એક પછી એક નિર્ણયો, અમારી રીત રસમ, આ બધું બદલ્યું. કારણ અમારી નિયતમાં ખોટ નહોતી ભાઈઓ. અને જ્યારે નિયતમાં ખોટ ન હોય ને, ત્યારે નીતિઓ ખોટી ન હોય. અને જ્યારે નીતિઓ સાચી હોય તો રણનીતિ પણ સાચી હોય, રણનીતિ સાચી હોય તો રીત રસમ પણ સાચી હોય, અને એના કારણે ઉત્તમ પરિણામ મળતા હોય છે ભાઈઓ. આ નીતિઓના કારણે ભારતમાં ઉદ્યોગો લગાવવાનું સહેલું થયું, ભારતમાં વ્યાપાર કરવાનું સહેલું થયું. આજે ભારત અને ખાસ કરીને ગુજરાત અને આપણો આખા વડોદરા પંથક આ મેન્યુફેક્ચરિંગનું મોટું હબ બની રહ્યું છે ભાઈઓ. આપ વિચાર કરો, આજે ગરીબના હાથમાં પણ મોબાઈલ જોવા મળે છે કે નહીં ભાઈ? શાકભાજી વેચવા વાળાને મોબાઈલ હોય કે ના હોય? પાથરણા બજાર લઈને બેઠો એને મોબાઈલ હોય છે કે નથી હોતો? ગામડામાં મોબાઈલ હોય કે ના હોય? મા પાસે મોબાઈલ હોય, દીકરા પાસે મોબાઈલ હોય કે ના હોય? આ બધું કેમ શક્ય બન્યું ભાઈ? પહેલા તો એક ટેલિફોનની લાઈન લેવી હોય ને તો એમપીના ઘેર આટા મારવા પડતા. એમપી પાસે લખાવવું પડે ત્યારે એક ટેલિફોનની લાઈન મળે. પણ ભાઈઓ બહેનો, જાણીને તમને દુઃખ થશે કે આજે તો મોબાઈલ ફોન તમારા પાસે પહોંચ્યા, પણ એક સમય એવો હતો કે આ મોબાઈલ ફોન આપણે વિદેશથી મંગાવતા હતા, મોંઘા દાટ, અને જ ખબર નહીં કોના કોના આયા હોય. ભારત મોબાઈલની દુનિયામાં આવડી મોટી ક્રાંતિ કરી શકશે એ 2014 પહેલા કોઈ વિચાર્યું નહોતું. આપે જ્યારે મને 2014માં દિલ્હી મોકલ્યો, તમને થયું કે ગુજરાતનું બહુ થયું, દેશનું કરો, ને મને મોકલ્યો તમે. પરંતુ તમે જે મારા પાસે ઈચ્છા વ્યક્ત કરી હતી ને ભાઈઓ, જે આશીર્વાદ આપીને મોકલ્યો હતો ને, હું એવે મને લાગેલો જ છું બરાબર. આ વિચાર કરો, એ વખતે મોબાઈલની 2 ફેક્ટરીઓ હતી, 2.
There were only 2 factories of mobile manufacturing.
ત્યારે મોબાઈલ ફોન બનાવનારી 2 ફેક્ટરી, આજે 200 કરતા વધારે છે.
Today there are 200 such factories.
એટલું નહીં, આપણે હવે દુનિયામાં સૌથી મોટા મોબાઈલ ફોન બનાવનાર દેશ તરીકે ઉભરી આવ્યા છે. વધુમાં વધુ ફોન બનાવનાર આપણે બની ગયા છે.
Now we emerged as world's largest mobile manufacturing company.
3 લાખ કરોડના, અને જે દેશ પહેલા મોબાઈલ બહારથી લાવતો હતો, 40-50 હજાર કરોડના મોબાઈલ આજે વિદેશ થઈ રહ્યા છે, વિદેશ એક્સપોર્ટ કરી રહ્યા છે. આના કારણે આપણા દેશના લોકોને રોજગાર મળે કે ના મળે? અહીંયા
So that's Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressing a rally, and this, remember, with voting currently on for 2022, it is Narendra Modi the star campaigner still for the BJP. But in 2017, it was a close contest between the two parties, BJP and the Congress. It was a bipolar contest, and there, as you can see, the kites coming flying. Just to tell you how 2017 was like, BJP had 49% vote share, while the Congress was at 41%. Saurashtra region is very important. This is where the partidars are. This is where the other backward classes are. This is where the Congress had managed some higher seats from previous years in this belt. All of this will matter, and 48 out of 182 seats are in Saurashtra region. It's a crucial belt. We have areas like Morbi, Jamnagar, Porbandar in this belt that is facing for vote. Will it be similar 49-41 this time, or with other parties can make a dent for both these, BJP and the Congress? Very interesting this time. We're talking about BJP, Aam Aadmi Party, Congress, BTP, BSP and AIMIM. Heading into a very short break. Don't go anywhere. Lots more on the other side.
You are watching India Today.
Long queues outside the emergency ward. Hundreds waiting outside the outpatient department. These are the scenes at the prestigious All India Institute of Medical Sciences in Delhi, where a cyber attack on the 23rd of November compromised the servers of the hospital. A week later, patient services are yet to return to normal as the hospital functions now in manual mode. Parvez Ahmed is in tears. He says his child's treatment is delayed by days now.
डाउन से काम दिक्कत आ रही है कि कार्ड नहीं बन पा रहा है लोगों का, रिपोर्ट नहीं मिल पा रही है, जांच जो करवा उसका रिपोर्ट नहीं मिल पा रही है. तरफ करके मर रहा है.
Amrendra has travelled from Bihar to AIIMS for his 5-year-old child's treatment for Hodgkin's lymphoma, a type of cancer.
कोई काम ही नहीं हो रहा है, सब ठप पड़ा है. जहाँ जो रिपोर्ट है सब ठप पड़ा है. बिना रिपोर्ट का डॉक्टर कैसे देखेगा? अब क्या होगा नहीं होगा, डेली का डेली पेशेंट लोग जो है तरफ तरफ करके मर रहा है।
उसको मुंह से दूध पिलाने का भी उपाय नहीं कर सकते ये लोग।
Dilip Kumar and his wife Rama Devi have come from Muzaffarpur in Bihar. They may have to return without getting the needed medical care for their grandchild.
हमको पास तो पैसा नहीं है। बच्चा जन्म लिया ना तो बच्चा ना दूध पीता है, चमकी आ गया तो रेफर किया एम्स में। एम्स में तो कुछ नहीं करता है, डॉक्टर बोलता है वहाँ जाओ हमको पास तो पैसा नहीं है।
AIMS on Monday said measures are being taken to get the servers back on track. The National Investigation Agency has joined the probe into the cyber attack. Meanwhile, Delhi police have denied claims that hackers have demanded a ransom.
The government doesn't act immediately, we remain susceptible to such attacks, and each and every institute in our country can witness such attacks or even greater attacks in future, and the loss to our country can be immense. With camera person Ankit Shirungre for India Today.
From Rajnikant to Vijay Deverakonda, there are other big newsmakers as well and are all from regional cinema. Take a look at our trending segment, Up South. Vijay Deverakonda and Rashmika Mandanna have often been in the headlines for their rumoured relationship. This time, the rumoured couple took to their respective social media to give a shout-out to Anand Deverakonda's upcoming film, Baby. It is said that Rashmika is very close to Vijay's family. Directed by Sai Rajesh, the romantic drama also features Vaishnavi Chaitanya in the lead role. Anand will be portraying the role of a small-town guy. For the unversed, Vijay Deverakonda's brother Anand Deverakonda made his acting debut with Dorasani, which was a Telugu romantic drama directed by KVR Mahindra. He then tasted success with middle-class melodies. Now the actor is all excited about his next offering.
I love you.
I love you too.
ముద్దు పెట్టుకుంటా.
చెప్పు తెగుద్దంట.
Meanwhile, if you jog your memory, Vijay was last seen in Puri Jagannath's sports drama Liger alongside Ananya Pandey. Backed by Dharma Productions, the film was a major disappointment for cinegoers. As far as his upcoming projects are concerned, the actor has Kushi co-starring Samantha in his Kitty. Helmed by Shiv Nirvana, the romantic comedy has been extensively shot in Kashmir. Rashmika, on the other hand, recently made her Bollywood debut with Amitabh Bachchan's starrer Goodbye. The film received mixed responses at the box office. As far as Rashmika's upcoming projects are concerned, she will return as Srivalli for the next installment of Pushpa the Rise. She has already begun shooting for this action drama with Allu Arjun. That's not all. Rashmika also has Mission Majnu with Siddharth Malhotra in her kitty.
watching India Today.
Co-presented by Star Health Insurance, the health insurance specialist. Co-powered by OLXautos.in. Only OLX Autos gives OLX extra price for every car. In association with Titan Eye Plus, expert who cares.
Welcome back, viewers. You're watching our rolling coverage. I am in Ahmedabad. It's the first phase of polling. Of course, Ahmedabad polls in the second phase on the 5th of December. But today, 89 constituencies spread across 19 districts with over 734 candidates in the fray. Go to vote as I speak. Trust India Today to get you the ringside view, or rather the front row seats to this political thriller as it unfolds. It's a triangular contest which is new to the Gujarat, in the state of Gujarat in recent years. The BJP hoping to touch the holy grail and beating its own record of 127 seats in 2002. The Congress hoping to better its 77 out of 182 seats tally in 2017. However, the Aam Aadmi Party has completely queered the pitch. The political disruptor, for many of us, difficult to figure out whether it actually has political heft, will make a huge dent in terms of vote share, which translates into seats, or is it just Hawa perception? And if somewhere in between, then which party will it dent more, the Congress or the BJP? The general public perception or the political perception seems to suggest the Congress is, the vote share of the Congress would be eaten a bit where the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned. But all of that, it'll come down to number crunching when that last vote is counted. But I want to take you through first phase of polling, the big names that cast their vote today. Rivaba Jadeja was one of the earliest to cast her ballot. She's standing from Jamnagar constituency. She's Ravindra Jadeja's wife. Fielded on a BJP ticket, former Chief Minister of Gujarat, Mr. Rupani, and his wife also cast their ballot. The other big faces were, of course, even Ravindra Jadeja himself also cast his vote. Kantilal Amruthia, the BJP candidate from Morbi. Mind you, he was changed by the Bharatiya Janata Party and he was installed after the BJP's incumbent MLA. There was a lot of anti-incumbency, especially after the tragic accident that actually had taken place. However, that same person had shifted from the Congress to the BJP. Meanwhile, the other big faces that have cast their vote is Harsh Sanghvi from Surat Majora constituency. He is the Home Minister of Gujarat. Isudan Gadhvi, Gopal Italia, all have cast their vote in the first phase of polling from the Aam Aadmi Party as well. Let's listen in to all the reactions.
मोदी मैजिक हर बार हर जगह काम करता है जी। मोदी जी पूरे देश के लोगों के दिल पे छाए हुए हैं जी। उनके प्रति लोगों का विश्वास है, उनकी अपेक्षा पूर्ण करने की वो ताकत रखते हैं और इसके लिए वो मोदी मैजिक चलता रहता है।
पाटिल सर, लेकिन जिस तरीके से ये माना जाए कि मोदी जी अगर भारतीय जनता पार्टी के ट्रम्प कार्ड हैं, लेकिन जिस तरीके से अटैक हुआ है प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी पर, औकात दिखा देंगे से लेकर ये भी कहा गया है, उनको रावण कह दिया गया, तो आपको लगता है जो चुनावी परिणाम आएंगे उस पर असर पड़ेगा?
उनको जो कहने वाले थे उनको अपनी औकात पता चल जाएगी।
2022 में मैं ये कह पा रहा हूँ कि ये चुनाव मैं नहीं, मेरे क्षेत्र के नागरिक ये चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं और उनका मैं दो हाथ जोड़ के नमन करके उनके आशीर्वाद लेके, और लोगों ने तय कर लिया है कि गुजरात तोड़ने की हर चुनाव में कोशिश करने वाले लोगों को ये चुनाव में जवाब जरूर से देंगे। 27 साल के हमारे ये संबंध को और आगे बढ़ाएंगे।
मुझे पूरा भरोसा है कि गुजरात में 7वीं बार भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनने के लिए जा रही है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी को ही बहुमत मिलेगा और नरेंद्र मोदी जी के प्रति लोगों में जो आदर और प्रेम है, भरोसा है, इसलिए गुजरात की जनता इधर उधर नहीं होगी और भारतीय जनता पार्टी को वोट देंगी।
आम आदमी को बेरोजगारी, महंगाई, बिजली, सड़क, पानी, यही चीजें आज भी हम लोगों को खल रही हैं, तो इन्हीं मुद्दों पे वोट किया जाना चाहिए और अपने लोकल कैंडिडेट को देखकर अगर आपके लोकल कैंडिडेट ने ठीक काम नहीं किया है तो दूसरे को मौका दीजिए, बस यही कहूंगे।
મને એવું લાગે છે સમગ્ર મારા મોરબી
ની સીટ ઉપર જે ઉજમ છે कम से कम 70 થી 75% मतदान थाशे।
मोरबी नहीं जो पर आपको लगता है क्या कि जिस तरह से मोरबी की घटना सामने आई वो चुनाव को इफेक्ट करेगी?
मोरबी की घटना बनी है दुख की बात है।
130 से ज्यादा लोगों की मौत हो गई।
नहीं, उसका न्याय मिलेगा अच्छी तरह मिलेगा।
Ravindra Jadeja is here to support his wife and hence they're going to cast their votes. Ravindra भाई आज सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं रिवाबा जी को?
बिल्कुल।
रिवाबा जी ने वोट अपना कास्ट कर लिया है राजकोट में, लेकिन अभी रविंद्र जाडेजा आज तक इंडिया टुडे पे बोल के गए हैं कि वाइफ को सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं और बिल्कुल ही यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हैं कि तुरंत आते ही वो वोटिंग सेंटर में चले गए हैं और यहाँ पर दोनों रविंद्र और रिवाबा दोनों एक साथ आते हुए एकजुट होकर यहाँ पर रविंद्र भाई जाडेजा जो हैं क्रिकेटर यहाँ पर वोट देने के लिए आप पहुंचे हैं। यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हैं कि एक साथ दोनों पति पत्नी दोनों एक साथ सपोर्ट में दिखाई दे रहे हैं। तो साफ बात है कि रविंद्र सिंह जाडेजा अपना सपोर्ट रिवाबा जाडेजा को दे रहे हैं।
दिस इज नॉट द फर्स्ट टाइम कि इंडियन पॉलिटिक्स में एक ही परिवार के अलग अलग सदस्यों ने अलग अलग पार्टी के साथ अपना विचार विमर्श करके वो जुड़ने की जो एक इच्छा व्यक्त की हो, तो वो अपनी तरफ से किसी और पार्टी के साथ जुड़े। मैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ जुड़ी और मेरे लिए सबसे बहुत बड़ी बात है कि मेरे हस्बैंड मेरे साथ है, तो इस बार मुझे कोई दिक्कत ऐसी सच दिखाई नहीं दे रही है।
लोगों में बहुत ही खुशी है, जैसे मैंने कहा कि लोग एकदम उत्साही है। इस बार एक यूथ भी इसमें शामिल हो रहा है, तो उनको भी एक कहीं ना कहीं उम्मीद है कि रिवाबा आएगी तो अच्छा काम करेगी जामनगर के लिए, और जामनगर की कोई जो भी अंडर डेवलप एरियाज है, जो भी लोगों की उम्मीद है उस पर खरी उतरेगी।
बीजेपी से थक गई है, महंगाई दिन ब दिन बढ़ती जा रही है, इन लोगों ने जो भी वादे किए हैं उसमें असफल रहे हैं, तो ये बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जिसके लिए आम जनता अब जाग गई है। 5 साल बाद इनको मौका मिला है, 5 साल बाद इनको मौका मिला है अपना वोट परिवर्तन करने के लिए, और सब परिवर्तन चाहते हैं, इसलिए डेफिनेटली जो लोग हैं वो कांग्रेस के साथ अब जुड़ेंगे।
All right, dears, let's cut across to our guests this afternoon. We're inching towards the afternoon of the first day of polling. We have Charu Pragya, Bharatiya Janata Party, Abhinandata Mathur from the Aam Aadmi Party and Mahima Singh from the Congress. Ms. Mathur, you have a road show which begins in just about an hour in Ahmedabad where I'm standing. Many would suggest that this is your final bow because the Aam Aadmi Party feels it doesn't have much arsenal going into the second phase. You've put in all your lot in the first phase where you think you could have made a dent.
Well, that is news to me. I guess that when we go into elections, we are in it to win it, and that is true for all phases. This is a very, very important election for us for multiple reasons. And firstly, the people of Gujarat have exposed the corruption, the incompetence, and the arrogance of BJP, number one. Number two, people of Gujarat have finally found an alternative that is actually capable of delivering to people's promises and people's hopes. Number three, people have also now been exposed to this, Congress and BJP's hand-in-glove sort of approach to treating the mandate of Gujarat, where Congress had been just lying on whatever this like gold mine of an opportunity and not doing anything, not doing enough to actually oust the BJP in 27 years. So in that sense, this is a really, really important election for the people of Gujarat, for the Aam Aadmi Party, and and hopefully it's going to bring some new results. Also, I must point out that I don't know what la-la land the BJP is living in, because forget Wi-Fi, there are people who don't have jobs, who don't have electricity, who don't have water in this state. So it is very, very arrogant of the BJP to at this point assume that people will not know the truth, and it's really insulting the man. It's really, truly an insult.
BJP has is Prime Minister Modi in Gujarat, and there is a lot of vote that will just go in his name, and there is no two ways about it. There are no two ways about that. But I want to go back to Charu Pragya. Charu Pragya, after the Aam Aadmi Party's roadshow, which is from 1 o'clock. Of course, the Aam Aadmi Party with Harbhajan Singh, Bhagwant Mann, everybody on that podium is going to be the Prime Minister's roadshow. A 3-hour roadshow, Charu Pragya. What is this? Is it a little presumptuous? Because many are reading it as a possible victory march even before the second phase is polled or the results are out. 3 hours, 38 kilometers. That's a stretch all across Ahmedabad.
And I think it's going to be a wonderful roadshow, Preeti, because we are a political party which does not take any election lightly. We put in our best, from our senior most beloved leader, Modi ji, to the junior most Karyakarta. It's always all hands on deck every time there is an election. We don't function like the Congress, which starts off with the Bharat Jodo Yatra, but decides not to even go to the poll-bound states and thinks a few photo ops here and there is enough. And, adds up to a campaign for them. That is not the way Bharatiya Janata Party functions. However, Modi ji's road shows or any program in any part of the country for that matter are huge successes because people want to see him. He is our star campaigner. And especially in Gujarat, I feel, because a few days back I saw his roadshow in Surat as well. The kind of love that comes out to receive him in the state of Gujarat, especially being his home state, it's incredible. That being said,
Pragya, I'll come right back. I want to take a quick comment from Mahima Singh, the Congress spokesperson, and then I'm going to go into a break. And Mahima Singh, the fact is, which the Aam Aadmi Party is drilling hard, especially in constituencies of Saurashtra in South Gujarat, where they feel they can dent your vote, is that, okay, you vote for the Congress, but tomorrow your own people will go across to the BJP, and that's what's happened this time. They've moved to the BJP.
Well, Preeti, Aam Aadmi Party is hand in glove with the BJP when they do not comment on a Bilkis Bano remission that happened. It is very clear that they are the two sides of the same coin. However, on the contrary, the BJP, however, claims about the last 5 years, and let me tell you, the last 5 years in Gujarat are all about negative growth rate, single-digit growth rate. Loans increase, the burden of loan on the state, the revenue deficit in the state is surging. Rise in malnutrition, hunger, 40% of the children below 5 years of age are malnutritioned in the state of Gujarat. Harmed tribal interests, how the tribal interests have been condemned in the past 5 years, everybody has seen. Unemployment, the youth of the Gujarat, look for the employment that was promised to them in 2012.
I'm afraid I need to come in. And I need to come in. The reason with which is I apologize to all three of our spokespersons, our panelists, the three ladies there. Apologies, need to go into a quick break, but we'll be back on the other side. Do stay with us. Our rolling coverage on the first phase of polling continues on the other side. Stay with us.
Watching India Today.
I would say that we have done a lot of reforms on the direct taxes. The corporate tax have been brought down to 22%, and new manufacturing units that are set up to 24 March will only pay 15% tax. So that's a good, it's stabilized. Maybe some reforms are needed on the personal income tax also, because the tax rates go up from 5% to 30%, and then there are a number of surcharges there and a lot of exemptions are there. So maybe we need to tinker with some of these provisions. It may give relief to some people and may not give relief to some other people. But yes, there is a need to simplify the tax rates. There is a need to simplify the process of the personal income tax. Now, if they say a relief, I don't know what exactly CII means in terms of relief, because if you look at tax to GDP ratio for our country, we are still very low, and there's a need to have more taxes. But yes, I agree to this front, and I am of strong view that our taxes should not come from increasing the tax rates, but from expanding the tax base. So our efforts should be there. So all these efforts in capital gains tax also, we need to do something on that. If we do all that, I think it will give relief to some people and also ensure simplification of tax rates.
With every sunrise comes new beginnings, new opportunities and new stories. And that's why we're first up. While you're sleeping, we're hard at work to ensure you get the perfect news shot every morning. Get you all the updates. Our morning mission to get you news that's fresh and packed with flavor. Watch First Up every weekday morning with me, Akshita Nandagopal, right here on India Today.
Everyone's busy finding what's trending. You're busy finding out why. India Today, for those who research before reacting. Download the India Today app now.
कश्मीरी हिंदुओं का कत्ले आम हो रहा है.
Vulgar. Propaganda. Inappropriate. Unfit for a prestigious event. These words by the Israeli screenwriter Nadav Lapid on the Kashmir Files movie documenting the genocide of the Kashmiri Pandits. Lapid was invited as the chief of jury at the 53rd International Film Festival in Goa. He, however, went on the stage to single out and target one of the most successful films in India in 2022, The Kashmir Files.
We were, all of us, disturbed and shocked by the 15th film, by the movie Kashmir Files, that felt to us like a propaganda, vulgar movie, inappropriate for an artistic competitive section of such a prestigious film festival.
Kashmir has never been an integral part of India.
What followed was a massive outcry.
The truth has bothered certain people, and every time they get an opportunity, they come up with this bizarre thing. But I think what happened on the last day of the stage of International Film Festival is shameful on that behalf of that person.
दोस्तों, कल इफी गोवा में वहाँ एक ज्यूरी के चेयरमैन ने बोला कि द कश्मीर फाइल्स एक प्रोपेगेंडा और वल्गर फिल्म है. मेरे लिए कोई नई बात नहीं है, क्योंकि इस तरह की बातें तो सारे टेररिस्ट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, अर्बन नक्सल्स और भारत के टुकड़े टुकड़े करने वाले लोग हमेशा से बोलते ही आए हैं. लेकिन मेरे लिए जो एक बहुत ही आश्चर्यजनक बात वो है कि भारत सरकार द्वारा आयोजित भारत सरकार के मंच पे कश्मीर को भारत से अलग करने वाले टेररिस्ट लोगों के नैरेटिव को सपोर्ट किया गया.
Israel's envoy to India shot a scathing letter at the filmmaker,
who is a known sympathizer of the Palestine cause.
To enter to internal Indian discussion is something that we are not doing, definitely not us as a diplomat. He has the right to give his own opinion. I disagree with him completely. I told him that. It was not a nice conversation, let's call it like that.
While film actor Swara Bhaskar supported the attack on the Kashmir files, Uddhav Sena called the film a BJP propaganda tool, which led to increased killings of the Hindu Kashmiris.
से प्रोपेगेंडा हुआ था एक पार्टी का और एक पार्टी के खिलाफ, उसके लिए फिल्म बनाई थी और एक पूरी पार्टी, पूरी सरकार, जहां जहां बीजेपी की सरकार है वो उस प्रचार में लगा था। लेकिन ये सिनेमा आने के बाद कश्मीर में सबसे ज्यादा किलिंग्स हुई है।
Are Kashmiri Hindus caught in another vicious war over their plight and tragedy? Bureau Report, India Today.
Everyone's busy finding what's trending. You're busy finding out why. India Today, for those who research before reacting. Download the India Today app now.
Presented by धूल आए पर घर पे ना टिक पाए।
Good afternoon and welcome. You're watching India Today. It's the big day. Voting is on in phase 1 of Gujarat Assembly elections. Very crucial elections. Bipolar earlier. Now it is multiple parties that are entering into the fray. I'm Pooja Shali. I'll be getting you all the latest first. The headlines. State of war, Gujarat kicks off voting across 89 seats, 19 districts in phase 1. Voter turnout as 11:30 a.m. is about 18.95%. Ahead of phase 1 elections, violence erupted in many parts of the state. BJP candidate was attacked in Navsari, car vandalized. There was a fist fight between Congress workers and AIMIM supporters in Godhra. As phase 1 Gujarat election kickstarts, Prime Minister Modi to hold mega 50.4-kilometer roadshow for phase 2. In other news, a chilling confession statement in the polygraph test. Accused Aftab's narco-analysis examination is underway at a Delhi hospital. This time, high security, looking at the previous attack on the van. After the Enforcement Directorate named KCR's daughter Kavita in the Liquorgate allegation scandal, Kavita crying vendetta, says Prime Minister Narendra Modi using agencies as tools against opposition governments. Big news coming in the Shraddha Walkar murder case. This with the narco-analysis examination of the accused Aftab. We have now information coming in that the narco-analysis examination has concluded. This, remember, is a clinical interrogation that the investigators do if the accused is not cooperating or manipulating the investigation. With the approval of the court, this was done. He is currently kept under observation after 3 to 4 rounds of an earlier polygraph test looking at all sorts of physiological indicators. Now a narco-analysis was done. This, remember, is an intravenous examination that's done in which a truth serum, as it's commonly called, is injected. There has already been a confessional statement from the polygraph examination where he's accepted to killing Shraddha Walkar. But all of this, remember, while may give a lead to the investigators to make a watertight case, they will have to get further evidence from the ground, either digital or perhaps physical evidence that can nail this accused in the court. Let's quickly go across to Akshay Dongre for the latest on that. Akshay, today, a higher security measure to ensure that everything goes smooth. Narco analysis examination concluding. What is the significance and the importance today? Do tell us to the viewer, Akshay.
Well, this entire investigation is at a very crucial juncture right now. We are outside the Ambedkar Hospital where the narco analysis test was done. Now remember, this Cure Hospital in Rohini is extremely close to the FSL facility as well, where the polygraph test was done. However, first of all, I would like to show you the security measures that have been taken as far as the previous attack on Aftab was concerned. And you can see police officials have been deployed here at the gate. The private security is also deployed at the main gates of Ambedkar Hospital. People are not given entry from this particular gate. Common people are not given entry. Even the patients have to take another gate because of the security measure that have been put in place by the Delhi police. Because the last time there was an attack, and that exactly is the reason that an entire bus was used to transport Aftab to the hospital from Tihar jail. A warrant was issued yesterday that Aftab has to be presented today at 9 a.m. He was done at the right time, and the narco test started at 10 a.m. and it took exactly 2 hours for the narco test to be concluded. Now Aftab is in observation, and for about 2 hours he'll remain in observation. After that he'll be checked for some basic medical tests and will be transported back to Tihar jail. And to ensure no untoward incident takes place, security arrangements have been made. But as far as the significance of this narco test is concerned, it's very crucial for the police to confirm because the interrogation is over, the police custody, police remand is over, and now there is a judicial custody going on, and for that same reason the police will try to get the result of the narco test. That will take about 2 to 3 days to ensure and to re-verify that the leads that they have gotten from the confession of Aftab were true or not. As far as the latest development is concerned, about 25 to 30 bones is what we are being told right now have been recovered from the Mehroli forest, and that include the lower part of the jaw as well. And the samples of the bones, the DNA analysis of the bones that usually takes about 2 weeks are also about to come. And that is going to establish that whether or not those bones that have been recovered in the initial days of the investigation are of Shraddha Walkar.
Because for the viewer joining in right now, it is important to put in perspective about why and first, what is the narco analysis examination and why is it necessary sometimes that the investigators resort to? It's not common, but there are times when it has happened in the past as well. And this is what a narco test is actually, that's how it works. Ashutosh Mishra gets you the update on this.
कि नार्को टेस्ट जब होता है तो आखिर क्या होता है? लगभग जो कमरा होता है वो ऐसा ही दिखता है। नार्को टेस्ट में जहां पर जो सब्जेक्ट है वो इसी तरह सोया हुआ होता है, मीटर्स लगे होते हैं। सब्जेक्ट जब है यहाँ पे नार्को टेस्ट को क्यों इतना महत्वपूर्ण है, इतना समय ये पूरी जो मेडिकल प्रक्रिया इतनी लंबी क्यों हो जाती है?
तो जैसे कि हमने देखा कि पॉलीग्राफ ऑलरेडी हो चुका है और उससे बड़े वाइटल क्लूज भी मिले हैं कल, जैसे कि वेपन्स रिकवर हुए हैं 5 चाकू और उसके साथ में कुछ और भी इम्पोर्टेंट क्लूज जो कि अभी डिस्क्लोज नहीं किए गए हैं। तो ऐसे ही नार्को में जिन जिन बयानों से ये आफ्ताब पलटा है उस पे ज़रूर जो है ऐसे सवाल रखे जाएंगे आगे। ट्रूथ सीरम हम बोलते हैं, वो अगर एडमिनिस्टर करते हैं तो क्या उसको एक्सेप्ट करने की क्षमता पेशेंट रखता है सेफली? इसको हम प्री नार्को टेस्ट कहते हैं।
तो नार्को टेस्ट में जो ट्रूथ सीरम दिया जाता है उससे क्या होता है, वो इनहिबिशन को वो हैम्पर कर देता है।
जो सब्जेक्ट है हमारा वो झूठ नहीं बोल पाएगा, उसका दिमाग उतना ज़्यादा काम नहीं कर पाएगा। साइड इफ़ेक्ट हो सकता है, इस वजह से हम उसको डोज डिपेंडेंट में करते हैं। जैसे बॉडी वेट होता है उसके अकॉर्डिंग हम उसकी डोज देते हैं, हम उसको ज़्यादा भी नहीं दे सकते।
क्या ये संभव है कि एक सब्जेक्ट नार्को टेस्ट को चीट कर सके, गलत जवाब दे सके? अगर आफ्ताब से मान लीजिए पुलिस कुछ पूछा गया है, उसने गलत जवाब दे दिया हो?
हाँ, वो भी ज़रूरी, वो भी हो सकता है, बट उसके लिए हम आफ्ताब से बार बार उसी क्वेश्चन को 2-3 दफ़ा पूछते हैं, जिससे कि हमारे को सही जवाब उससे मिल पाए। इनका जो माइंड के अंदर, जो ब्रेन के अंदर जो फंक्शनिंग हो रही है, उन सब चीज़ों को देखते हुए हमारे को पता चल जाता है कि ये सही जवाब दे रहा है या गलत जवाब दे रहा है।
कि आफ्ताब से दिल्ली पुलिस को ज़्यादा जानकारी मिली होगी इस तरह के नार्को टेस्ट अगर जब होते हैं तो?
बिल्कुल, इसकी संभावना से पॉसिबिलिटी कैन नॉट बी रूल्ड आउट। बहुत सारी चीज़ें जो आदमी सुप्त अवस्था में, अचेतन या अनकॉन्शियस पोजीशन में होता है, तो जितना उससे एक्सपेक्ट होता है वो बोल जाता है। और सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ है, ये झूठ को कन्फ्रंट करने के लिए इस्तेमाल किया था, सच उगलवाने के लिए नहीं है। लोग,
आपने इस केस को बहुत करीबी से देखा, अगर मैं आपसे ये समझना चाहूँ कि अगर 5 कोई ऐसे सवाल जो आफ्ताब से या सब्जेक्ट से पूछे गए हों, वो क्या क्या हो सकते हैं?
देखिए, सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज़ होती है रिकवरी ऑफ वेपन ऑफ ऑफेंस। आपने कहाँ डिस्पोज ऑफ किए, कहाँ उसको आपने करा, किस तरह से आपने डिस्पोज ऑफ किया, वो पूछा जाएगा। जब सवाल उससे ऐसे हिटिंग क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाते हैं तो वो तुरंत उसको उगल देता है अपने मुंह से, जैसे मैंने आपको कसाब का केस बताया। और ये इतिहास है हिंदुस्तान का, जब 2002 से जिन केसेस के अंदर नार्को एनालिसिस और पोलोग्राफी टेस्ट हुआ है, वो कन्विक्शन में गए, 100% कन्विक्शन में गए।
A horrifying video has emerged from Mumbai and a clear indicator of sometimes about women's safety, specifically in public places. Remember, Mumbai otherwise seen as a safe city, but here's what happened. Look closely on your screen. A Korean woman YouTuber was live streaming from Mumbai's car. And this is what happened. This young man approaches her. What looks like a usual conversation, he suddenly decides to get too friendly for comfort. Tries to kiss her. Tries to then pull her hand and pull her away. All of this was caught on camera primarily because she was live streaming. The video was first posted on social media site Twitter by someone else, which she has also now reacted on. But this accused man is literally seen harassing her. She says she's uncomfortable. She's pulling away. He says, "I'll give you a lift. Come on the bike." Tries to kiss her. Tries to pull her away. Smiling, and she's telling him that she's not all right with it and she wants to leave, but it does not deter this young man, who then brings in another friend. This, remember, is a woman who's not an Indian citizen, and how it reflects also internationally at a poor level. This is a 1-minute long video of the part of the live streaming, grabbing her hand, she resists. Now we are being told that the 2 accused have been now identified finally. One of these individuals is Mobeen Mohammed and Mohammad Naqib. They have been taken into arrest by the Mumbai police. But the video has shocked the nation. It is embarrassing. That is, a Korean woman YouTuber comes on live streaming on the street. What exactly happened? We'll try and get details on that. How does she start to interact with these men and what happened? Let's listen in.
Okay. Huh? H? H answer? Feel something. गाड़ी पे बैठ के. Where are we going? No. I'm scared. I'm dressed. Hi. Next time. Tomorrow. All. Bye. Come this seat. No. It's okay. My, it's all over there. Patient? Huh? Patient? Yeah. My house is there. No. Home over there. Okay. Huh?
Come, I will drop you on the bike. She says, no, my house is right there. I will go. Then he pulls her, brings in another friend, tries to hold her, kiss her. A Korean YouTuber live streaming, clearly with a massive fan following, like many of these young YouTubers are. She's on the street live streaming. She is being friendly because that's how they want to be. They want to look like they're interacting. But then this man gets too friendly and starts to pull her away. It's shocking because remember, this is Mumbai. Otherwise, that boasts of being a fairly more safer city than other cities across the country. This woman starts to get away. She's alone. And then what happened? We'll try and get a quick word now from India Today's Dipesh Tripathi. Dipesh, so these two men have been identified and taken into custody?
Where are we going?
Yes, they both were arrested by Mumbai police within 12 hours of the spam after this incident. The whole incident took place on 29th of November around 11:50 p.m. when the Korean vlogger was streaming live for her social media vlog. When these both guys came close to her, they grabbed her hands. They were forcing her to sit on the bike and go with them, but she was continuously denying them. She was trying to make a different distance from them, but they were not leaving her alone. And this whole incident came into the light when a guy posted that video on a social media platform, Twitter handle of Mumbai police, and Mumbai police has taken the cognizance of that video, and within 12 hours of a time span, they have arrested both the accused from the residents of Bandra, and today they will both going to be produced in the court.
With Dipesh, because I want the viewer to listen in again to this embarrassing, shocking harassment that this young YouTuber faced on the streets of Mumbai.
Okay. Huh? Something. Where are we going? I'm scared. I'm dressed. Hi. Tomorrow. One. Bye. Come this seat. No. It's okay. It's all over there. Patient? Huh? Patient? Yeah. My house is there. No. Home over there. Okay. Huh? H?
Meanwhile, in other news, it is the Delhi Liquorgate controversy that is escalating and going beyond the national capital. Telangana Chief Minister KCR's daughter and TRS MLC K. Kavita took aim at the Bharatiya Janata Party at the centre, and specifically Prime Minister Narendra Modi. She's slamming the BJP, and in finally breaking the silence, the TRS MLC has said, state where elections are to happen, Enforcement Directorate arrives before the Prime Minister. This after the ED mentioned the name of Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao's daughter. She's also the TRS MLC in a court filing over an investigation into a liquor policy now withdrawn in Delhi but has led to major scam allegations. ED has said that one accused, businessman Amit Arora, contacted 35 members in the last 1 year, including TRS MLC Kavita, contacted Kavita 10 times through 2 different numbers belonging to TRS leader. ED has alleged 32 accused or suspects, including politicians like K. Kavita, Manish Sisodia, Kailash Gehlot, changed multiple phones during this period, and that there was an alleged excise policy related activities that were done. These were illegal activities, and therefore these names are now being taken into the consideration by the ED. Earlier on Wednesday, remember, 7-day custody to businessman Amit Arora in connection with this investigation into the scam. Amit Arora, according to the investigators, is a close associate, they believe, of Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia. He has already been arrested by the Financial Probe Agency earlier a few hours ago.
सालों में तकरीबन 9 प्रदेशों में जो डेमोक्रेटिकली इलेक्टेड गवर्नमेंट्स है उनको गिरा के एक असहज तरीके से वहां उन्होंने भाजपा का सरकार बनाया है। और ये आज देश में बच्चा जानता है कि किसी भी प्रदेश में इलेक्शन होने वाला होता है वहां मोदी से पहले ईडी पहुंच जाता है। तो आज तेलंगाना में भी यही हुआ है, कुछ नया नहीं है। हमने उनका स्वागत किया, हमने कहा हर तरीके से आपको कोऑपरेट करेंगे। फिर भी ये जो चीप ट्रिक्स भारतीय जनता पार्टी प्ले करती है, मोदी जी अगर आपको जेल में डालना है तो डाल लो, कोई टेंशन नहीं है, चले जाएंगे, लेकिन लोगों के लिए काम करना नहीं छोड़ेंगे। बीजेपी के जो फेल्यूर्स है उसको एक्सपोज करना भी नहीं छोड़ेंगे। तेलंगाना प्रदेश में केसीआर साहब के सदारत में बहुत अच्छे तरीके से सरकार चल रही है। आप इस सरकार को गिराने के जितना साजिश आपने किया है वो लोगों ने देखा है। हम आपका स्वागत करते हैं, आपसे कोऑपरेट करेंगे, लेकिन आप ये बताइए कि आपने तेलंगाना के लिए क्या किया। बस इससे ज्यादा मैं कुछ नहीं पूछती हूँ।
Srimati Kavita's involvement in liquor scam is very open, and her involvement is proved by the fact that her name has been figured in the remand report, her phone number, her account number, and there were transactions into her account numbers in connection with the liquor scam. And BJP maintains it that the liquor scam exposure was likely to come, and therefore as a caveat, the TRS government has created the story of MLAs poaching.
Let's go across quickly to India Today's Abdul Bashir for the latest on that. Abdul, her silence was clearly conspicuous, but she's now spoken up and is charging at the government at the centre. How has a Telangana MLC, a TRS MLC, got connected to a Delhi liquor policy scam allegations?
See, here when Amit Arora was arrested, the remand copy that has been produced to the court, in which it was mentioned that Amit Arora had contacted 35 people, among which one was Kavita, where he had called her 10 times to two different numbers belonging to TRS MLC Kavita. This is that was mentioned in the remand report that was submitted to the court. And after that, it was pretty clear that the allegations that were made are somewhere around having a point where there is the MLC also being alleged in the Delhi liquor case.
The latest on that, Abdul Bashir with the latest coming in from Hyderabad. Home Minister Amit Shah there in Gujarat on phase 1 of polling. Let's listen in to that.
जो दंगे हैं उन पर और टेररिज्म पर कंट्रोल लाया जाएगा।
आप हमेशा बात करते हैं मोदी मॉडल की बात करते हैं देश भर में। आपको क्या लगता है कि 2017 से अभी भी नहीं उभरी कांग्रेस, अभी भी अक्सर यूज करती है प्रधानमंत्री के लिए रावण की सब यूज करती है?
देखिए, जितनी भी बार गुजरात में प्रधानमंत्री जी के खिलाफ कांग्रेस ने अपशब्द उपयोग किया, उतनी बार हर बार गुजरात की जनता ने बैलेट बॉक्स के अंदर जवाब दिया। इस बार भी इसका जवाब, मोदी जी के अपमान का जवाब गुजरात की जनता जरूर देगी। मैं यही कहूंगा कि विकास के समर्थन में ज्यादा से ज्यादा वोट करें और लोकतंत्र के उत्सव के अंदर हिस्सा लें।
हो गया ना?
All right, Home Minister Amit Shah in different constituencies. Remember today for the phase 1, which is going to vote, because this is in Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad is not voting today. Today is the Kutch, Saurashtra, South Gujarat area of phase 1. That is why the roadshow is taking place in other areas. That goes to polls on the 5th of December. So let's, while we focus with these visuals that are coming in, it's also important to mention about how for 89 seats of phase 1, it's very crucial for the Bharatiya Janata Party. It's been in government for 27 years. Till now, it was BJP, Congress alternating, and it was a tough competition between each other. Now there is the AIMIM, the Aam Aadmi Party, the BSP, the BTP also getting together, and all of this giving enough options for a voter in Gujarat. Whether it's anti-incumbency, whether it's the BJP to be voted again, whether it's the Congress party netas from booth to booth implementation of their work, all of this is going to be a major difference that can show when the people are now already casting their ballot. For the BJP in Ahmedabad, the capital city, remember, for Home Minister Amit Shah, it is the home state. And therefore, perhaps the crowd strength that they have been able to pull off in Gujarat is for all to see. The capital city of the state of Gujarat with these roadshows, and this is just the beginning, because in just a short while, remember, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be starting and organizing a 50-kilometer roadshow. That's going to be the highlight today, and this, of course, for the second phase for the Bharatiya Janata Party. Home Minister Amit Shah, they're reacting. We'll listen in again to what Amit Shah has said. Home Minister Amit Shah, just to give you a background, both Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Home Minister Amit Shah are today in Gujarat, in Ahmedabad and other parts of the state which are not going to polling, which are set for the second phase of polling. Today primarily will be about the first phase, which already has recorded about 18.95% voting till about 11 a.m. We'll quickly go across to our reporters on the ground. Today, remember, is about the 89 phase 1 seats. We're talking about 788 candidates whose fate will be seen. It's very crucial because we are talking about areas like Jamnagar, from where Rivaba Jadeja is trying to open the political innings. We are talking about Morbi, where the tragedy had taken place of the bridge collapse. We are talking about the Saurashtra belt, which has a strong Patidar OBC population that can be a deciding factor for Gujarat elections. We are talking about the male candidates 718, female 70 candidates. BJP in phase 1 in 2017 had clinched votes at about 49%. Closely contested seats with the Congress party that had the vote share of about 41%. But 2022, there are a lot of differences that have come with regard to the candidates, their names and the multi-party contest. Here's what Amit Shah saying today in Ahmedabad.
जितनी भी बार गुजरात में प्रधानमंत्री जी के खिलाफ कांग्रेस ने अपशब्द उपयोग किया, उतनी बार हर बार गुजरात की जनता ने बैलेट बॉक्स के अंदर जवाब दिया है। इस बार भी इसका जवाब, मोदी जी के अपमान का जवाब गुजरात की जनता जरूर देगी।
Right, so the BJP will be, remember, banking on the development plank that they say they have brought to Gujarat for 27 years. Bharatiya Janata Party has been in the government primarily. Their star campaigners, however, not taking it lightly. Remember, both Amit Shah as a Home Minister now and Narendra Modi as a Prime Minister now, who's also, of course, been 3-time Chief Minister for Gujarat, continue to be in the state. So it's not that they are taking it for granted that they've been there for almost 30 years. They want to retain this power in the home state of Gujarat, and therefore both these top netas and star campaigners are there in the state today. This, of course, also remember, is a lesson for other parties. For the Congress parties that has not seen as many road shows, even though, of course, they are going booth to booth, interacting with the voters, trying to reach out. For the Aam Aadmi party as well, that's largely being seen as an outside party that's trying to make inroads into Gujarat, which has been primarily about BJP and Congress. They have flanked candidates, therefore, whether it is about a former television news anchor now becoming a journalist, Isudan Gadhvi. It is also about Gopal Italia, and they have also now been fronted as the candidates, young candidates who can bring a difference to Gujarat. All right, so a mega show of strength by the Bharatiya Janata Party in the capital city, Ahmedabad. Our reporters, remember, have been on the ground, travelling to different parts of the state to get you an assessment. How much has changed for Gujarat? Will it be a stronghold for the BJP even today, or have people perhaps decided to vote for change? So let's now bring in India Today's Paulomi Saha for the latest on that. Paulomi, you've been reporting from different areas where the voting has started, but you know, it's interesting to see that Amit Shah, Narendra Modi, despite being star campaigners, despite being with the BJP that has been in government for now 27 years, they're not taking it lightly. They're still there. They're still pulling off these road shows today as well.
Well, Pooja, this has been traditionally the BJP's way of campaigning for the last few elections. If you've noticed, the BJP has been carpet bombing states that go into these elections. Amit Shah, in fact, is campaigning. He's on a road show right now in Ahmedabad district, but he's in Sanand at the moment. In Ahmedabad city, we do know that the Prime Minister will be going on a mega road show today, which will in fact start from Naroda in Ahmedabad city itself. So it is going to be a mega road show that the Prime Minister will be on. He is, of course, going to be here for 2 days. He will bring his hectic campaigning in the state of Gujarat to a close. Tomorrow, of course, campaigning for the second phase of the elections comes to a close day after, on the 3rd of December. But the Prime Minister, of course, has held close to about 27 rallies here in the state of Gujarat itself between the time that the nominations closed in Gujarat and campaigning comes to an end on the 3rd of December. Amit Shah, Narendra Modi and the top leadership of the Bharatiya Janata Party continue to, of course, carpet bomb Gujarat. Pooja.
Continue to bring us that telecast from the ground, and Paulomi, stay on, because these, of course, are road shows that will continue today. Voters are out right now and will continue till about 5-6 p.m. It is about the voter eventually. They get to decide, the first-time voters, the senior citizen voters, what they want to decide for 89 seats for 788 candidates. That and more. I'm heading into a very short break, leaving you with the visuals of the road shows, the voting and all of that. Paulomi Saha, Nabila Jamal will be getting you the latest after a very short break. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices. Amplify your brand with 100 million smart internet viewers. To advertise, mail us at sales@aajtak.com.
Co-presented by Star Health Insurance, the health insurance specialist. Co-powered by OLXautos.in. Only OLX Autos gives OLX extra price for every car. In association with Titan Eye Plus, expert who cares.
Welcome to this very special broadcast that we're bringing to you live this afternoon from Surat, which is of course polling since about 8 a.m. this morning. At the polling station that I'm standing at right now, it has witnessed some brisk polling, but not so much across the district. It is still one of the lowest polling turnout districts across the 19 districts, in fact, that are casting their vote in the first phase of the Gujarat Assembly elections. Top candidates of the Bharatiya Janata Party, the Congress, the Aam Aadmi Party have been, of course, stepping out in order to seek the support of the people, cast their own votes as well. Some of them include State Home Minister Harsh Sanghvi, who was here at the polling station where I am right now, in fact, casting his vote as well with his family. There are others in the fray as well, including Aam Aadmi Party leaders like Alpesh Kataria as well, who is in fact giving a push to the Aam Aadmi Party's campaign in Varacha here in Surat. So there are many candidates who are in the fray, top ministers in fact who have been given tickets against by the Bharatiya Janata Party, They're trying their luck again as well, but as you know, it has been a triangular contest this time round. It is not a bipolar contest, with the Aam Aadmi Party making its entry into the Gujarat political fray. We've got some breaking news that's coming in at the moment. News coming in right now, it's an explosive twist to the Modi-Congress war. Prime Minister Modi has retorted to the jibe taken by Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge when he called the Prime Minister Ravan. Prime Minister Modi now has hit out at Mallikarjun Kharge as well. He, of course, remember, had said that the Congress party does call him names. So this is basically the biggest flashpoint that we witnessed today between the two primary contestants in the fray, the BJP and the Congress, as far as the first phase of the elections are concerned. Remember earlier, Mallikarjun Kharge had said Prime Minister Modi seems to be campaigning everywhere, be it a corporation election, be it an assembly election, be it the Lok Sabha election. He's the only face who is canvassing and campaigning for the Bharatiya Janata Party. Is he like Ravan? Mallikarjun Kharge asked, who has 100 heads, who can be anywhere and everywhere.
કોંગ્રેસ પાર્ટીના નવા પ્રમુખ છે એમને મોકલ્યા અને ખેડગેજીને હું ઓળખું છું, એમનો ખૂબ આદર કરું છું, એમનું સન્માન કરું છું, પણ ખેડગેજીને તો એ જ બોલવું પડે જે એમને ત્યાંથી ભણાઈને મોકલ્યા હોય. અને કોંગ્રેસ પાર્ટી એને ખબર નથી કે આ રામ ભક્તોનું ગુજરાત છે. હવે તમે મને કહો, રામ ભક્તોના ધરતી પર રામ ભક્તોની સામે એમના પાસે બોલાવડાવવામાં આવ્યું કે તમે મોદીને 100 માથાવાળો રાવણ કહો. બોલો, આ કોંગ્રેસ પાર્ટી એને તો રામ સેતુ સામે વાંધો. એવી કોંગ્રેસ પાર્ટી મને ગાળો બોલવા માટે રામાયણમાંથી રાવણને લઈ આવી. બોલો ભાઈઓ બહેનો, મને એ વાતનું આશ્ચર્ય નથી કે નરેન્દ્રભાઈને કોંગ્રેસના લોકો આટલી બધી જાત જાતની ઢગલાબંધ ડઝનબંધ ગાળો દીધી છે. મને આશ્ચર્ય એ વાતનું છે, અને કોઈને પણ થાય. કાંટ આટલું અપશબ્દો બોલવા છતાંય કોંગ્રેસ પાર્ટી એના નેતાઓએ અધિકૃત રીતે ક્યારેય પશ્ચાતાપ વ્યક્ત નથી કર્યો. ને કોંગ્રેસ પાર્ટી આસ્થા ઉપર જેટલું અપમાન થાય, શ્રદ્ધા ઉપર જેટલું અપમાન થાય, એમાં જ મજા આવે છે. ખબર નહીં શું થઈ ગયું છે કોંગ્રેસને. ભાઈ ચૂંટણીઓ હારીએ પણ એમાં માનસિક સંતુલન ગુમાવવાનું કઈ કારણ છે? હાર જીત ચાલ્યા કરે. અરે અમારું તો પહેલા એક જમાનામાં ડિપોઝિટો જતી હતી, પણ અમે કોઈ દાડો આવું નહોતા કરતા ભાઈ. ત્યાંથી પહેલા એમણે એક નેતાને અહીંયા મોકલ્યા હતા અને નેતાને કહ્યું હતું, એ પ્રકારે આવીને નેતા અહીંયા બોલ્યા અને એમણે જાહેર કર્યું કે આ ચૂંટણીમાં મોદીને એની औकात બતાવી દેવામાં આવશે. ભાઈ આપણે ગુજરાતના પછાત સમાજના બધા લોકો આપણી કઈ औकात હોય?
So that is, of course, Prime Minister Narendra Modi attacking the Congress party and its chief Mallikarjun Kharge for, in fact, calling him Ravan, saying, what is the need to lose your mental stability? I understand that you're losing the elections, but what is the need to lose your mental stability? There has never been any sort of apology, an official apology from the Congress party for the insults that they have made against religion, against the abuses that, in fact, they have meted out to others as well. Listen in to what Congress chief Mallikarjun Kharge, in fact, said earlier when he called Prime Minister Modi Ravan. Why does he have to campaign everywhere? He asked.
हर वक्त अपनी ही बात करते हैं. आप किसी को मत देखो, मोदी को देखकर वोट दो. अब भाई तुम्हारे को तुम्हारी सूरत कितनी बार देखना? कारपोरेशन में भी तुम्हारी सूरत देखना, एमएलए इलेक्शन भी तुम्हारी सूरत देखना, एमपी इलेक्शन में भी तुम्हारी सूरत देखना. हर जगह कितने हैं भाई? क्या आपके रावण के जैसा 100 मुख है? क्या है?
Right, so Prime Minister Modi there, of course, first taking pot shots at the Congress party. He's again on the campaign trail here in Gujarat, now campaigning for the second phase of the Gujarat Assembly elections that are to happen on December 5th. He, in fact, will be on a mega roadshow today in Ahmedabad city itself. He will, in fact, address 3 public rallies, after which he will embark on that roadshow for the second phase of the elections that will go through, in fact, across 16 assembly constituencies in Ahmedabad. Now, according to BJP sources, the roadshow will cover close to about 38 kilometers starting from Naroda Gam. The Prime Minister's roadshow is likely to begin at 3:30 p.m. in the afternoon, and it is expected to go on till 6:30 p.m. this evening. So about 2 hour long that roadshow is likely to be. Now, as the fight for phase 2 intensifies, political bigwigs will also be seen campaigning in Gujarat today, along with Amit Shah, UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, and Smriti Irani campaigning for the BJP. Congress Party's Chief Mallikarjun Kharge, Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot, and Sachin Pilot will also be seen making an effort to woo voters in Gujarat. Meanwhile, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal will also hold a roadshow in Ahmedabad. So that is, of course, the massive sort of poll blitzkrieg that Gujarat is going to witness today as the second phase of campaigning picks up pace. Remember that campaigning for the second phase of the elections that are to take place on December 5th will come to a close on December 3rd. So political parties have today, tomorrow and the day after to, in fact, woo Gujarat voters that go to polls across 93 constituencies in the second phase of these elections. Now, today, of course, the first phase of the elections are taking place, and big faces, star campaigners, star candidates have all stepped out in order to make their vote count in these assembly elections. So, of course, there was cricketer Ravindra Jadeja who was casting his vote, who was seen casting his vote today. He, of course, is extending his support to his wife, Rivaba Jadeja, who is contesting from the Jamnagar North Assembly seat. She was also seen casting a vote, looking very confident that the constituents of Jamnagar North will extend their support to her. Party State President, BJP State President C.R. Patel also cast his vote in Surat. He is the Member of Parliament from Navsari. Kantilal Amrutia, the BJP candidate from Morbi, who saved many lives during the bridge collapse, also cast his vote. He, in fact, was elevated by the Bharatiya Janata Party. The sitting MLA was dropped, and Kantilal Amrutia, for the gesture that he made, was given a ticket this time. Also, Congress candidate Paresh Dhanani voted in Amreli today. Also, Gujarat Home Minister Harsh Sanghvi and BJP and in fact Rivaba are the BJP's key candidates for this phase, some of the prominent faces in this phase of the elections. While the fate of Isudan Gadhvi, the AAP's chief ministerial phase, and Gopal Italia, the party's state president, will also be decided in phase 1. As for the Congress, incumbent MLA Viramgam from Khambhaliya will fight against Isudan Gadhvi, and Kalpesh Waria has been fielded against AAP's Gopal Italia. So many prominent faces who in fact are hoping that the electorate chooses them come December 8. Of course, casting their vote today, and of course their futures will be decided in a few days. Let's listen in to some of these candidates that we had the opportunity to speak to.
मोदी मैजिक हर बार हर जगह काम करता है जी। मोदी जी पूरे देश के लोगों के दिल पे छाए हुए हैं जी। उनके प्रति लोगों का विश्वास है, उनकी अपेक्षा पूर्ण करने की वो ताकत रखते हैं और इसके लिए वो मोदी मैजिक चलता रहता है।
पाटिल सर, लेकिन जिस तरीके से ये माना जाए कि मोदी जी अगर भारतीय जनता पार्टी के ट्रम्प कार्ड हैं, लेकिन जिस तरीके से अटैक हुआ है प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी पर, औकात दिखा देंगे से लेकर ये भी कहा गया है, उनको रावण कह दिया गया, तो आपको लगता है जो चुनावी परिणाम आएंगे उस पर असर पड़ेगा?
उनको जो कहने वाले थे उनको अपनी औकात पता चल जाएगी।
2022 में मैं ये कह पा रहा हूँ कि ये चुनाव मैं नहीं, मेरे क्षेत्र के नागरिक ये चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं और उनका मैं 2 हाथ जोड़ के नमन करके उनके आशीर्वाद लेके, और लोगों ने तय कर लिया है कि गुजरात तोड़ने की हर चुनाव में कोशिश करने वाले लोगों को ये चुनाव में जवाब जरूर से देंगे। 27 साल के हमारे ये संबंध को और आगे बढ़ाएंगे।
मुझे पूरा भरोसा है कि गुजरात में 7वीं बार भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बनने के लिए जा रही है। भारतीय जनता पार्टी को ही बहुमत मिलेगा और नरेंद्र मोदी जी के प्रति लोगों में जो आदर और प्रेम है, भरोसा है, इसलिए गुजरात की जनता इधर उधर नहीं होगी और भारतीय जनता पार्टी को वोट देंगी।
आम आदमी को बेरोजगारी, महंगाई, बिजली, सड़क, पानी, यही चीजें आज भी हम लोगों को खल रही हैं, तो इन्हीं मुद्दों पे वोट किया जाना चाहिए और अपने लोकल कैंडिडेट को देखकर, अगर आपके लोकल कैंडिडेट ने ठीक काम नहीं किया है तो दूसरे को मौका दीजिए, बस यही कहूंगे।
મને એવું લાગે છે સમગ્ર મારા મોરબીની સીટ ઉપર જે ઉજમ છે कम से कम 70 થી 75% मतदान થશે।
મોરબીની જો पर आपको लगता है क्या कि जिस तरह से मोरबी की घटना सामने आई वो चुनाव को इफेक्ट करेगी?
મોરબીની घटना बनी છે, दुखની વાત છે।
130 से ज्यादा लोगों की मौत हो गई।
नहीं, उसका न्याय मिलेगा, अच्छी तरह मिलेगा।
Now, a political war has split the Jadeja family. Today, cricketer Ravindra Jadeja was seen casting his vote along with his wife and BJP candidate from Jamnagar North seat, Rivaba Jadeja. But very interestingly, as far as the family politics goes, Rivaba was opposed on the electoral battlefield by her own sister-in-law and Ravindra Jadeja's sister, Naina Jadeja, who campaigned for the Congress's candidate from Jamnagar North. Now, Rivaba Jadeja has earlier said that this family feud is all speculated. It has nothing in terms of substance. There is no material to it because members of the same family can have different ideologies. They can have different views and ways of life, and that doesn't mean that there is a feud. And she, of course, was very happy about the fact that her husband had extended his support to her.
Ravindra Jadeja is here to support his wife and hence they're going to cast their votes. Ravindra भाई आज सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं रिवाबा जी को?
बिल्कुल।
रिवाबा जी ने वोट अपना कास्ट कर लिया है राजकोट में, लेकिन अभी रविंद्र जाडेजा आज तक इंडिया टुडे पे बोल के गए हैं कि वाइफ को सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं और बिल्कुल ही यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हैं कि तुरंत आते ही वो वोटिंग सेंटर में चले गए हैं और यहाँ पर दोनों रविंद्र और रिवाबा दोनों एक साथ आते हुए एकजुट होकर यहाँ पर रविंद्र भाई जाडेजा जो हैं क्रिकेटर यहाँ पर वोट देने के लिए आप पहुंचे हैं। यहाँ पर आप देख सकते हैं कि एक साथ दोनों पति पत्नी दोनों एक साथ सपोर्ट में दिखाई दे रहे हैं, तो साफ बात है कि रविंद्र सिंह जाडेजा अपना सपोर्ट रिवाबा जाडेजा को दे रहे हैं।
दिस इज नॉट द फर्स्ट टाइम कि इंडियन पॉलिटिक्स में एक ही परिवार के अलग अलग सदस्यों ने अलग अलग पार्टी के साथ अपना विचार विमर्श करके वो जुड़ने की जो एक इच्छा व्यक्त की हो, तो वो अपनी तरफ से किसी और पार्टी के साथ जुड़े। मैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ जुड़ी और मेरे लिए सबसे बहुत बड़ी बात है कि मेरे हस्बैंड मेरे साथ है, तो इस बार मुझे कोई दिक्कत ऐसी सच दिखाई नहीं दे रही है।
लोगों में बहुत ही खुशी है, जैसे मैंने कहा कि लोग एकदम उत्साही है। इस बार एक यूथ भी इसमें शामिल हो रहा है, तो उनको भी एक कहीं ना कहीं उम्मीद है कि रिवाबा आएगी तो अच्छा काम करेगी जामनगर के लिए, और जामनगर की कोई जो भी अंडर डेवलप एरियाज है, जो भी लोगों की उम्मीद है उस पर खरी उतरेगी।
बीजेपी से थक गई है, महंगाई दिन ब दिन बढ़ती जा रही है, इन लोगों ने जो भी वादे किए हैं उसमें असफल रहे हैं, तो ये बहुत सारी चीजें हैं जिसके लिए आम जनता अब जाग गई है और सब परिवर्तन चाहते हैं, इसलिए डेफिनेटली जो लोग हैं वो कांग्रेस के साथ अब जुड़ेंगे।
So there you heard my colleague Milan Sharma there speaking to cricketer Ravindra Jadeja, who of course was casting his vote and extended his support to his wife Rivaba Jadeja, the BJP's candidate from Jamnagar North. 19 districts are casting their vote today in the first phase of the Gujarat elections that are extremely significant for all political parties in the fray. Remember, earlier Gujarat used to witness a bipolar contest, but very interestingly, with the entry of the Aam Aadmi Party and even the AIMIM, the contest has become extremely interesting as far as Gujarat elections go. Now, the Saurashtra region, where Milan in fact was reporting from earlier, is extremely key to both parties. The primary, in fact, parties in the fray, the Bharatiya Janata Party and the Congress Party. Remember, there are 48 seats in the Saurashtra region. 28 only, in fact, voted with 19 only, in fact, I beg your pardon, voted for the Bharatiya Janata Party in 2017. A significant chunk of them voted for the Congress Party. So this has turned out to be, Saurashtra, in fact, has turned out to be the Achilles' heel for the Bharatiya Janata Party. They were doing very well up until 2012 when they had won 30 out of those 48 seats, but that number dipped to 19 in 2017, and subsequently that in fact was the reason that the BJP was restricted to only 99 seats in the 2017 assembly elections. And you saw that the Congress did its best performance in the 30 years then, in the last 30 years then, with 77 seats. Of course, since then, 20 legislators of the Congress Party between the 2017 elections and up until now have jumped ship to the Bharatiya Janata Party. A lot of these Congress turncoats, in fact, were given tickets by the Bharatiya Janata Party in these elections. At least half of those turncoats are from Saurashtra region who've been in fact given tickets by the Bharatiya Janata Party. Will that in fact pay dividends for the Bharatiya Janata Party? That remains to be seen. Now, India Today's election special, Jab We Met, covered campaigns of several candidates. Here's an excerpt from our special where, in fact, we covered the AAP's chief ministerial face, Isudan Gadhvi's campaign. He, of course, is contesting from the Khambhaliya seat in Devbhoomi, Dwarka. And today, Khambhaliya votes.
27 साल से बीजेपी को गुजरात में कोई हिला नहीं पाया। कहते हैं कि एक तरीके से ये बीजेपी की ही स्टेट है। आपकी क्या स्ट्रेटेजी है? आपको ये कॉन्फिडेंस कहाँ से आ रहा है कि आप बीजेपी की विकेट को ढीली कर सकते हैं गुजरात में?
देखो, 53 लाख किसान परेशान है, उसका परिवार गिनाओ। 50 लाख बेरोजगार युवा है, उसका परिवार गिनाओ। आउटसोर्सिंग कर्मचारी 8.5 लाख। इतने कर्मचारी, जो 5 लाख कर्मचारी, उनको कोई उम्मीद नहीं है। दूसरा कि यहाँ अच्छी अस्पतालें नहीं है, अच्छे स्कूलें नहीं है।
और जैसा भी है, लोगों ने तो भाजपा को पसंद किया ना, इतने सारे इलेक्शन
किया था। सामने कांग्रेस थी और कांग्रेस मैनेजेबल थी।
तो कांग्रेस काफी स्ट्रांग थी एक टाइम पे।
बिल्कुल थी। 2017 में कांग्रेस बिल्कुल स्ट्रांग थी, लेकिन 2021 की मैं अगर बात करूं तो कांग्रेस 31 डिस्ट्रिक्ट पंचायत का चुनाव हुआ, कांग्रेस 0 हो गई। जो 2015 में 31 में से 25 डिस्ट्रिक्ट पंचायत कांग्रेस ने जीती थी और 2 पे टाई पड़ी थी, यानी कि 27 में कांग्रेस थी। तो कांग्रेस खत्म हुई और फिर लोगों को आम आदमी पार्टी में उम्मीद जगी।
बीजेपी की जो स्ट्रेंथ है गुजरात में, वो आती है अर्बन सीट से, और अर्बन सीट्स ऐसे रहे हैं कि एक तरीके से बीजेपी मान के चलती है कि ये 60 सीटें तो हमारी जेब में चुनाव स्टार्ट होने से पहले।
बिल्कुल आपने सही कहा। 66 सीट ऐसी है राहुल जी, जो बीजेपी पिछले 15 साल से जीतती आ रही है। लेकिन अरविंद केजरीवाल जी और आम आदमी पार्टी ने पहली डन मारी अर्बन सीट पे।
कैसे?
जैसे कि एक उम्मीद है अरविंद केजरीवाल जी को, अर्बन जो पीपल है, अब देखो
थोड़ा सा आपका बना ना, थोड़ा सा इंटरेस्ट बनना और सीट निकालने में बहुत
एग्जांपल देता हूँ मैं। 16 सीट सूरत की है, 15 सीट भाजपा है पिछले 15 साल से। इस बार 8 से 9 सीट हम जीत सकते हैं
सूरत में।
हाँ, मैं
पिछली बार भी ऐसी लग रहा था कि बीजेपी लूज विकेट पे है और फिर देखो वहाँ निकाल गए सारे।
देखो उसमें कांग्रेस मैनेज हो गई थी।
हाँ।
मैं आपको एग्जांपल देता हूँ, करंज में कैंडिडेट आखिरी तौर पर चेंज हो गया था।
हाँ।
तो ये पूरा मतलब कि बीजेपी को कांग्रेस मैनेज करनी बहुत अच्छी तरह से आती है। और इसलिए देखो 27 साल से क्यों है भाजपा, कांग्रेस आई क्यों नहीं। आप पंजाब के देख लीजिए, ब्लू स्टार ऑपरेशन हुआ फिर भी वहाँ कांग्रेस आ गई। बीजेपी यहाँ कांग्रेस क्यों बीजेपी को हटा नहीं पाई, क्योंकि मैनेज होती थी। और आपने पिछले 8 साल से 65 कांग्रेस के बड़े नेता बीजेपी में चले गए। अब यहाँ पे भी हम लोग 5-7 जो कांग्रेस के एमएलए
कांग्रेस के कुछ तो आप भी ले रहे थे नेता।
नहीं
उनमें वो तो वापस छोड़ के चले गए, कह रहे कि आप किसी काम के नहीं हो।
देखो एक चीज है कि यहाँ आम आदमी में संघर्ष है, सत्ता नहीं है। संघर्ष में वही टिक पाएगा जो संघर्ष करने की ताकत रखता हो। मैं हर रमेश कहता हूँ कि माइक आंगले नेता है ना, कभी काम नहीं करवाते, और उसी की वजह से ये राजनीति ऐसी थी। अब देख लीजिए पूरे गुजरात में 6000 स्कूलें बंद की है, 6000 स्कूलें बीच की, जहाँ गरीब बच्चे पढ़ रहे हैं। कोई बड़े उद्योगपति का बच्चा नहीं है वहाँ पे। तो ये पूरा सिस्टम सड़ा हुआ है, बहुत कुछ कर।
So that, of course, was an exclusive conversation that Rahul Kanwal had with AAP's Chief Ministerial Face Isudan Gadhvi, who's contesting from the Khambhaliya seat. Khambhaliya, as I said, votes today. So Isudan's future will be sealed today. We'll find out what that holds for him on December 8th. Thank you so much for watching. This was a very special broadcast. We'll, of course, keep updating you as voting, in fact, continues in the first phase of the Gujarat Assembly elections.
World Cup soccer fever is here, and then can Kolkata be far away from it? Now a quaint little store in Kolkata is bringing out kites that reflect the mood and the favorites of players and fans alike. Brazil and Argentina are dominating the kites that are now making their way through Kolkata's skies in World Cup season. Take a look.
Football fever is peaking. In Kolkata, it has reached the skies. This shop in the city is making kites on the theme of FIFA World Cup.
4 বছর অন্তর ফুটবল ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ বা ক্রিকেট ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপ যখনই হয় আমরা ঘুড়ির উপরে করে থাকি। এগুলো পার্টিসিপেটিং বিভিন্ন কান্ট্রিজ যারা আছে তাদের ফ্ল্যাগস করি, আর যে ওয়ার্ল্ড কাপের লোগো, ম্যাসকট, যে লোগো বা কাপ বা ম্যাসকট যেগুলো আছে এগুলো মোটামুটি 2 দিন সময় লাগে পার ঘুড়ি।
The best-selling kites are those based on the old favorites of Kolkata, Brazil and Argentina.
এগুলো ভালোই চাহিদা আছে, বিশেষ করে যেগুলো নামকরা দেশ যেমন ব্রাজিল, আর্জেন্টিনা, পর্তুগাল, জার্মানি, এগুলোর ভালোই চাহিদা রয়েছে।
সবথেকে বেশি কোনগুলো বিক্রি?
ব্রাজিল, আর্জেন্টিনা।
The kites take at least 2 days to make by hand. All the kites are not painted. Paper cuttings are also used in some products. Adhir, who runs India Kite, says events like World Cup boost their sales.
তবে নতুন প্রজন্মে যেহেতু একটু স্মার্টফোনের প্রতি তারা আগ্রহ, তাই আমরা এই ঘুড়িটার মাধ্যমে এই দেশের ফ্ল্যাগস, লোগো এগুলো তুলে ধরি যাতে নিউ প্রজন্মের প্রতি আরেকটু ইন্টারেস্ট গ্রো করা যায়।
The kite makers claim they are fans of Lionel Messi. They promise a special kite for the World Cup final if Argentina makes the cut. With Suryagni Roy, Bureau Report, India Today.
votes close, suspense begins. Who's winning Gujarat and Himachal? Brace for the numbers poll quick. The only exit poll India trusts.
We're very, very close to the exact exit poll.
Channel with the #1 exit poll strike rate. State of War exit poll. 5th December, 6 p.m. onwards. Only on India Today Television.
Battery swapping was a real game changer and is a real game changer as we go into other markets, large-scale markets.
धूल आए पर घर पे ना टिक पाए।
Watching India Today, I'm Nabila Jamal. State of War, Gujarat, all kicked off with India Today's largest team of reporters on ground, giving us the latest. Let me take you through those updates. The headlines first. Gujarat elections, phase 1 kicks off, voting across 89 seats in 19 districts. In phase 1, voter turnout as of 11:30 a.m. stands at 18.9%. Ahead of phase 1 polls in Gujarat, violence erupts across the state. BJP candidate attacked in Navsari. Car has been vandalized. First fight in Congress meet in Godhra. Prime Minister hits out at the Congress over Ravan jibe, says the Congress has a problem with Ramayana.
तो
भारी
Detector test. Aftab's narco test currently underway in Delhi hospital. High security for Shraddha's murder accused. After ED named KCR's daughter Kavita in a liquor gate scandal, Kavita cries vendetta, says Prime Minister Modi using agencies as tools against the opposition governments. A horrifying video has now emerged from Mumbai that is a clear indicator of how unsafe women are there. A Korean YouTuber was live streaming from Mumbai's car when, as you see on your screens here, two men approached her and then began to molest her in full public glare. This was all caught on cameras. The video posted on Twitter shows how this accused man harassed the YouTuber by grabbing her hand, trying to kiss her while she was all live. The fact that she's live on social media doesn't deter them, and the victim can be seen clearly shaken, trying to get away from them after being harassed by these men quite openly.
Home over there. Okay. Fine.
In this 1 minute long video, the accused can be seen offering a lift to the woman, the YouTuber, by grabbing her hand while she uncomfortably resists. In fact, when the woman refuses to sit, the accused puts a hand around her neck, tries to kiss her on the cheek.
I'm dressed.
Both the accused have been identified as Mobeen and Nakir. They've both been arrested by the Mumbai police. This video has shocked the nation, led to renewed debate about women's safety, also on tourists especially, and how safe they are across.
My house is there. No. Home over there. Okay. Fine. Okay. Huh? Each? Each answer? Where are we going? No. I'm scared. I'm dressed. Hi. Tomorrow. One. Okay, no. Time to go home. Bye. Bye.
Come this seat.
No. It's okay. It's all over there.
Patient?
Huh?
Patient?
Yeah. My house is there. No.
जिस महिला के साथ ये घटना घटी उनसे संपर्क किया, लेकिन वो महिला मनस्थिति ठीक न होने के कारण वो बाद में आएंगी, बाद में शिकायत करेंगे, ऐसा उन्होंने बताया। लेकिन ये घटना गंभीर होने के कारण खार पुलिस स्टेशन के निर्भया स्क्वाड के महिला कर्मचारी के शिकायत पे शासन की तरफ से इसमें एफआईआर दाखिल हुई और आगे के इन्वेस्टिगेशन में खार पुलिस स्टेशन में इसमें जो युवक थे उनको अरेस्ट किया और इसके आगे की इन्वेस्टिगेशन खार पुलिस स्टेशन कर रही है।
All right, there you have it. It appears clearly there that the tourist very uncomfortable as she is on live streaming, social media live streaming, where she's showing Mumbai, parts of the city. That's when two men pass by, spot her, get off their bike, try to chat with her. The tourist responds to them, not knowing what possibly the intentions are. The tourist just having a gala, in fact, those accused, these two men here, having a gala time at her expense, clearly understanding that she's not Indian. They wanted to chat up with her and violated her space. And it was quite evident. They followed her, hoping to get tally with her. It's quite evident that they tried their best. Eventually, the tourist walked away. This has been caught on camera because she was live streaming this entire incident. In fact, she was live streaming the streets of Mumbai. That's when this happened, while these two men, bike-borne, stopped, tried to chat up with her, and got really uncomfortably close with this YouTuber. In fact, the police have taken suo motu cognizance, arrested these two men at this point.
No. It's all over there.
To this Korean YouTuber who's joining us live here on India Today. Hi, thank you very much for speaking to India Today. We see you're quite terrified and shocked with that video where two bike-borne men stop by, try to pull your hand, get uncomfortably close. Would you want to narrate what exactly happened?
Hi, my name is Yihojang Park, and I am a live streamer during my travel. And 2 days ago, around 11:50 p.m., I was heading back to my hotel around the Car Road area, and there was two guys who were standing, and they when I was walking towards my hotel, they yelled at me that, "Oh, I love you." Those kind of thing is like pretty happen often if you're live streaming, because you have a camera and as a tourist you're showing around some of people showing the engagement for the communication. So I was walking towards my hotel and I say, "Oh yeah, love you back." And then they just started to come, and one of the guy, he hold my shoulder and tried to kiss me for the first one time. And I felt very uncomfortable and I was pretty shocked. I thought that, okay, I have to leave this situation. So I tried my best not to escalate the situation and tried to leave. And then he grabbed my wrist and dragged me to his motorcycle, and he told me that he wanna ride me to the home. And I don't feel comfortable at all to share my address. I just wanted to escape the situation. So I was like, no, it's okay. I'm wearing dress, because I cannot say aggressively. What if I really don't want you to escalate the situation as a solo female traveler. And then he grabbed my shoulder again and tried to kiss me again. At that point, I felt very, very, okay, this could turn into a very serious situation. So I just tried to tell him that, okay, I don't want this. I just want to leave this situation. And I walked very fast towards my hotel, and then they were following me with their motorcycle and asked me my phone number, and they will take me the ride. Yeah, luckily there was my viewer of my live streaming at that time. He was watching my broadcast, and he actually came out from the bar because he was near here, and he saved me.
You know, it's shocking for us. It's shocking. It's surely shocking. And that area where you were at, Khar in Mumbai, is quite a populated area. Did anyone at that point try to come and help you out? Did they see that you were struggling with these two men? Did someone come for your safety?
Yeah, actually, I heard that Khar area is very safe to go out as a female. There's a lot of pub, bar, nice restaurant to go out. So I didn't really think that this will turn into this type of incidents. Yeah.
You know, we're really sorry. We know you're a tourist. You were expecting a lot more from the country, but the situation that we see that you have experienced is certainly not isolated. There are instances like this that happen, and we're glad that you're safe at this point. At what hour of the night did this happen? And when you tried to shrug off, how far did these two men follow you?
I couldn't hear.
What time of the night did this happen? What time was it when this incident took place?
Around 11:50 p.m.
Okay. And there were a lot of people around. Did anyone come for your rescue?
Actually, there was some of people hanging on the street.
Okay.
But yeah, there's no one help me on the street beside the one guy who were watching my stream, because he knew that this situation could turn into very serious. So he immediately came out from the bar and he helped me out he told them to just go away. And I ran into my hotel after that.
All right. We're really glad you're safe, but I'd like to ask you, would you want to consider filing a police complaint? Because we heard the police say that you're quite disturbed and not in a position or a state of mind to come and file a formal complaint. Would you want to take this up legally?
Actually, I am planning to visit police station soon because I got the call yesterday. No, this early morning around 2 a.m. that they got arrested and they want to send me female police officer so that they can make the statement. But I was not feeling well. I was sick and I was sleeping. So I told them, can I do it tomorrow morning, which is today? Maybe after this interview, I'm going to go to the police station.
Sure, you must, because these kind of people shouldn't be let off easy. Thankfully, you managed to escape. Your friend came by right in time and took you away. But we can only wonder to what extent these men could have gone. Were they really following you wherever you were moving? And how long did this whole incident take place? From the time they spotted you until they followed you and then you managed to escape from them, how long was this terrifying ordeal for you?
Well, they were following the motorcycle and they are asking me to give my number. And I gave the fake number, which is not my number, because I felt that if the best way to escape or leave that situation is tell them just give what they want, which is the number, but I didn't give my real number. And I don't really want to say that this has the potential to turn into very bad incidents. I don't want to.
Well, it does. I mean, we've got to expect the worst. We can't take something like this lightly, and this shouldn't be happening. But my only question here at this point is, did you feel threatened, to an extent where you wanted to visit the police station immediately? While you were walking on the road, were there people around? Did they follow you until your hotel? How did you get rid of them?
I didn't understand your question.
How did you manage to get rid of them? You said that they were following you. How did you manage to escape from them?
There was one viewer who are watching my stream
I heard that. Right. Right, I heard that. Your friend came by, one of your followers on YouTube came by and took you away. But did that follower, your friend, argue with these men? Or did you escape? Did you run away? Or was there a confrontation with these men?
I didn't exactly what he said because they were talking in Hindi. But one of my viewers told them to do something in Hindi, and they were just going. But they were on the motorcycle, and so I just wait a little bit in front with him outside. And I told him that, okay, I'm just going to run into my hotel because they were on a motorcycle. And I'm still not sure whether they really left or not. So I just ran to hotel. That's what I've done.
Is this your first time in India, if I may ask?
Time in India, in Mumbai.
Okay. And as we know, in general, Mumbai itself is said to be rather safe for women in compared to different parts of the country. Has this really changed your perception of India? I hope not, but what kind of mark has it left on you? If you could speak up, please.
I got a lot of question about that because some more people told me that, you should have expect to happen because you're in India. India is not safe place for solo female traveler to travel. But I really don't think like that. This could happen in anywhere else. And this is not first time happening to me throughout my travel. I don't want people to think and frame this happened because it was India. I met a lot of amazing people throughout all my travel besides these young guys. The image of India hasn't changed at all, and I am willing to travel and discover India more and show more beautiful places and amazing places to my viewers on my stream.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Tell us how
long is your tour in India? Are you going to be traveling to different cities? And in the meanwhile, a quick word on the police action as well. The police was quite prompt to act. They swung into action, arrested these two men. Does that satisfy you?
Yeah, I saw that. And one thing is, even if this didn't go this viral, and I just want to believe that this would have been done same from the police, even if I was not foreigner and even if I was not live streaming. These things could happen in everywhere, not because only for foreigner, for Indian women as well. And I want to believe that police would have done the same thing, even if I was not foreigner or live streaming, and even if this video didn't get viral. That's all I want to believe.
So you're satisfied with the police's action. Anything else that you expect from the police at this point? I mean, these two men have been arrested. Any appeal that you want to make to the police on that?
Police station, yes. So I don't know what to expect there. And as a foreigner, I don't know how to deal with all those legal issues. I've never been to the police office in other countries. So yeah, I really don't know what's gonna happen, what's waiting for me in police station. But I will do my best to cooperate. Yeah.
You know, I'd like to ask you, are you traveling solo across different parts of the country?
Actually, I'm traveling with my boyfriend.
Okay, so you have company, but otherwise, does this change your perception entirely? Do you feel safe now to travel to different parts of the country?
Yeah, it won't. I strongly want to believe that this is just an unfortunate incident that could happen in every other country, and luckily a lot of people are trying to help me, and including media and just my friends in India. So I hope this will turn into very good memory. Yeah.
You know, I can imagine if you weren't live, what could have happened? If this wasn't live streaming, how would you have dealt with a situation like this? Were there people that you could run to help for at that situation, at that point when it happened, if you weren't live streaming that whole incident?
Yeah, I don't really want to imagine, and I still want to believe that this. Yeah, I'm not really comfortable about talking about that, really.
You know, I see you're a lovely girl, you're out in the streets. Does it really deter you from wearing what you want and being yourself now, especially on the streets at night in a city like Mumbai? You know, one could say a lot of things that, you know, if you're a woman walking out in the night, you dress modestly, you cover yourself, you know, you don't step out late into the night. Does that change your definition at all?
I do think this shouldn't happen again, and I hope this could be the example so that the woman will feel safe when they're walking alone at night. But it's not about only for women and men, I believe. It's all about, like, also the man can be harassed or something terrible could happen when he was walking alone on the street, right? I just don't want to frame this as something that happened because you're a solo female traveler, or because you're in India, or because you're in bad area. Just want to tell everyone this could happen in everywhere, every word, and just don't frame this as something that happened because I am solo or I'm only in India.
Yeah. You know, is this the first time you faced a situation like this?
Actually, no, this is not my first time.
It's not?
Yeah, and I'm very happy that a lot of Indian police and media are helping helping me. This happened in Egypt as well. Okay. And that time, I didn't know anyone there. I don't know what to do. So I I didn't do anything. I just tell the hotel manager. But luckily in India, a lot of people trying to help me, and so I feel very appreciated. Yeah.
That's good to know that you received help in time. The cops also have arrested these two men, and you feel that in India you got help quicker. If this happened, this has of course traumatized you, but you also got help, which makes you happy to a certain extent, yeah? All right. Thank you very much. I really hope wish you a safe travel and a happy journey through the country. All right. That's the solo traveler, YouTuber who's here with a friend. She's traveling across different cities of India. Her experience in Mumbai's Khar area, quite a populated area in Mumbai. And as Mumbai, by and large, has been known to be safe for women, certainly this incident there casting a shadow on how safe are tourists, women particularly, while walking around late at night. This is not even late. 11:30 is what she says, 11:30 p.m. when she was just about around the Khar area, live streaming her experience in Mumbai. And that's when two men quite brazenly stopped by on a bike, tried to heckle her, hold her hand, pull her towards them, asked her to sit on the bike, tried to kiss her, all in full public view. The police have now arrested the two accused. All right, cutting across to some big news coming in from Karnataka. Another rowdy sheeter has been spotted at the BJP office. Rowdy sheeter at Karnataka Mantri's office spotted after Silent Sunil. Now Garden Wilson Naga has been spotted at a BJP Mantri's office. The murder accused at Karnataka minister's office, Congress leader Nalpad, now hits out at the BJP. Congress says party is in power, seen with rowdies. This is yet another development coming in as the BJP already accused of hobnobbing with a murder accused who's currently absconding. He's supposed to be absconding, but clearly in full public view, visible with all the top leaders, including PC Mohan, Tejasvi Surya, and quite a few BJP MLAs. And that's the visual on the center of your screens. Silent Sunil. And a day later, you have yet another rowdy sheeter who's seen inside a BJP Mantri's office. Congress Nalpad hitting out, listening.
Series of rowdy sheeter elements have been meeting Karnataka BJP minister. Recent was Wilson Garden Naga, another rowdy sheeter was absconding, met Housing Minister Somanna. He says I have nothing to do with it. Chief Minister says we have nothing to do with it. But this is the third such episode that rowdy elements are meeting people.
See, what happens is BJP is a house of hypocrisy. They say one, they do one. Sharing stages, meeting with these people. See, I'm not blaming anybody. Anyone can reform at any time. But a political party being in power, if they are seen with such elements, what happens to the police department? What happens to the people that have to take action against them? They get scared. And what are they trying to do? Here, today in Karnataka, you bring rowdies, you bring goondas, you bring anyone to BJP. Still the people are going to reject them. They are sick and tired of BJP, 40% Sarkar, PSI scam. You talk in every single thing they have taken scam. Ishwarappa keeps calling me gunda, keeps calling me rowdy. I'm asking what I have done. One fight that happened, one incident was there. I was never a rowdy sheeter. There was no rowdy criminal cases. One instance cannot make somebody a rowdy.
Series of rowdy sheeter.
All right, let me quickly cut across to Nagarjun Dwarkanath joining us live from Bengaluru. Nagarjun, we see the BJP now all left red-faced. On one hand, you had Silent Sunil hobnobbing with all the BJP MPs, and now you have yet another accused, or a rowdy sheeter as they call him, Wilson Garden Naga, who's at a BJP Mantri's office. Now, which Mantri are we referring to here? Which Neta was Wilson interacting with?
Nagaraj alias Wilson Garden Naga was another rowdy sheeter accused in many murder cases, dacoity cases, extortion cases. Recently, on the 23rd of November, Crime Branch also had called him as an absconder, and he was not to be seen. Yesterday at 6:30 p.m. evening, he was seen at Housing Minister Somanna's official office. Well, Somanna clarified that I didn't meet him. It's a public representative office. Anyone can come in. But in the last 30 years of my political career, I've never interacted with rowdy sheeters. I don't like rowdy elements. He's come in, but I didn't meet him, is what Somanna has clarified. But to much embarrassment for the BJP. This is the third such episode that has happened. Silent Sunil, Fighter Ravi, now Wilson Garden Naga has met the BJP leader. The Chief Minister has again reiterated that such elements will not be entertained by the BJP. Neither will such rowdy elements be joining the party. But the Congress is attacking the BJP, saying, you used to lecture about our cases, but look what murder accused and official rowdy sheeters are meeting the minister and staging, and leaders are and sharing the stage with such accused. What message does it send? In fact, Nalpad went on to call Ishwarappa Gunda, saying BJP is Gunda, Ishwarappa is a Gunda, and also BJP are scared of people. People are scared of BJP, in fact, because of such rowdy elements, association and affiliation with the leaders.
All right, Nagarjan, thank you very much for joining us on that. Karnataka elections in just a few months' time, barely 5 months, the state goes to polls. Clearly, the ruling BJP facing a setback for hobnobbing with some criminals in the vicinity. On that note, I'm going to slip into a short break. India Today's largest team of reporters on ground, Gujarat, as the first phase of election kicks in. Paulami Saha joining us for more on that on the other side. Stay with us.
Let's also now hear out India's Chief Economic Advisor Anant Nageswaran on what he makes of India's growth in the quarter gone by.
Other indicators of service sector activity have expanded quite ably and quite robustly compared to the 2019 levels, as you can see in this. Private consumption growth rate has rebounded, which is good news because that shows that households are in general optimistic about their income prospects and employment prospects. On the right side, you can see that this improved balance sheet on the part of the banking system has also been accompanied by a willingness to lend. Credit growth is all around. It is not just concentrated in one sector. Credit to MSMEs is particularly strong, and that is gratifying. Clearly, a very strong momentum in credit growth, and the demand for credit coming from all sectors points to continued economic momentum and growth continuing. As far as the growth numbers are concerned, that is why India's growth estimates, which were to the north of 8% or even 9% at the beginning of the year, it has come down to between 6.8 and 7%, precisely because global growth has slowed down and monetary tightening is happening, still underway in the developed world, and export growth will not be able to contribute as much as it did last year. And that is the reason why these estimates are have come down from the beginning of the year.
Everyone's busy finding what's trending. You're busy finding out why. India Today, for those who research before reacting. Download the India Today app now.
When votes close, suspense begins. Who's winning Gujarat and Himachal? Brace for the numbers poll quick. The only exit poll India trusts.
We're very, very close to the exact exit poll.
Channel with the #1 exit poll strike rate. State of War exit poll. 5th December, 6 p.m. onwards. Only on India Today Television.
Chinese company Alibaba has reportedly diluted its stake in Zomato to 10% from 13%. The e-commerce platform
likely sold 26 crore shares for about $200 in trade today. The Zomato stock was up 3.5% in today's trading session. So what is really next for this particular stock? Here is what Divam Sharma of Green Portfolio has to say.
Alibaba Group is planning to sell a stake of around 3% in Zomato worth $200 million through a block deal. Earlier also, the company's co-founder Mohit Gupta resigned, and the stock is actually down over 60% from its 52-week high. So what are your thoughts on Zomato, and where is the stock headed according to you?
So if you look at the Zomato's balance sheet, the debt is almost insignificant. There is, in fact, a significant cash on the books on the balance sheet. If you look at the market is further consolidating with news like Amazon going out of the food delivery business, which is a very positive news for this duopoly business, which is Swiggy and Zomato. The worst news, which includes exit of some of the senior officials or exit of some anchor investors or fall in valuations in global tech product companies, is already factored in. Like the guidance of the company also says that the company on a broader level will be operationally profitable in the next 2 to 4 quarters if you keep aside the quick commerce business, right? So profitability is also coming.
Co-presented by Star Health Insurance, the health insurance specialist. Co-powered by OLXautos.in. Only OLX Autos gives OL extra price for every car. In association with Titan Eye Plus, expert who cares.
Welcome to this very special broadcast on State of War Gujarat that we're bringing to you live, in fact, from Surat, which is going to post today brisk polling that is taking place across the 19 districts that are casting their vote today. In Surat, of course, it's been a little sluggish, not so much at the polling station where I'm standing at the moment, where the pace of voting has been quite brisk since 8 a.m. this morning. But Prime Minister Modi is back in Gujarat campaigning across the constituencies that go to polls in the second phase of the elections, and today he attacked and slammed the Congress party and its chief Mallikarjun Kharge for his Ravan comment. Prime Minister Modi, in fact, said that the Congress party otherwise seems to have a problem with Ramayan, but Kharge referred to Ravan to abuse him. Now, Mallikarjun Kharge had called Prime Minister Modi a Ravan with 100 heads, claiming that he's omnipresent during elections.
કોંગ્રેસ પાર્ટીના નવા પ્રમુખ છે એમને મોકલ્યા અને ખેડગેજીને હું ઓળખું છું, એમનો ખૂબ આદર કરું છું, એમનું સન્માન કરું છું, પણ ખેડગેજીને તો એ જ બોલવું પડે જે એમને ત્યાંથી ભણાઈને મોકલ્યા હોય. અને કોંગ્રેસ પાર્ટી એને ખબર નથી કે આ રામ ભક્તોનું ગુજરાત છે. હવે તમે મને કહો, રામ ભક્તોના ધરતી પર રામ ભક્તોની સામે એમના પાસે બોલાવડાવવામાં આવ્યું કે તમે મોદીને 100 માથાવાળો રાવણ કહો. બોલો, આ કોંગ્રેસ પાર્ટી એને તો રામ સેતુ સામે વાંધો, એવી કોંગ્રેસ પાર્ટી મને ગાળો બોલવા માટે રામાયણમાંથી રાવણને લઈ આવી. બોલો, ભાઈઓ બહેનો, મને એ વાતનું આશ્ચર્ય નથી કે નરેન્દ્રભાઈને કોંગ્રેસના લોકો આટલી બધી જાતની ઢગલાબંધ ડઝનબંધ ગાળો દીધી છે. મને આશ્ચર્ય એ વાતનું છે અને કોઈને પણ થાય કાંટ આટલું અપશબ્દો બોલવા છતાંય કોંગ્રેસ પાર્ટી એના નેતાઓએ અધિકૃત રીતે ક્યારેય પશ્ચાતાપ વ્યક્ત નથી કર્યો.
Remember earlier, Mallikarjun Kharge, Congress chief, had attacked Prime Minister Modi, calling him Ravan with 100 heads, saying that he seems to be omnipresent during elections. He's campaigning for corporation elections. He's campaigning for assembly elections. He's campaigning for Lok Sabha elections. Is he Ravan with 100 heads, is what Mallikarjun Kharge had asked.
हर वक्त अपनी ही बात करते हैं. आप किसी को मत देखो, मोदी को देखकर वोट दो. अब भाई तुम्हारे को तुम्हारी सूरत कितनी बार देखना, कारपोरेशन में भी तुम्हारी सूरत देखना, एमएलए इलेक्शन भी तुम्हारी सूरत देखना, एमपी इलेक्शन में भी तुम्हारी सूरत देखना. हर जगह कितने हैं भाई? क्या आपके रावण के जैसा 100 मुख है? क्या है?
My colleagues Milan Sharma and Pankaj Upadhyay are now joining me live on this broadcast. Milan is joining me from Jamnagar and Pankaj is joining me from Surat. Milan, I'll come across to you right now. You're, of course, in the Saurashtra